Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me.
Hello, and welcome to our very latest episode of the Xbox Night Shift. I am CMoney, and I'm joined by the always lovely Doodle.
What's up, everyone? Happy Thursday. Thank you so very much for rocking out with us tonight. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. Now it is night shift. Normally that would be tomorrow night, but we had so much news going on. I couldn't get on the stream and start playing games. All right, we had to handle some stuff before we could do that. So tomorrow I'll be playing some games. Today we rocking out, and it's not just gonna be me and Doodle. No. We have two wonderful guests here. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the one that you know so well. That's right. His name is King David in the building. Shout out to the homie King David, man. Appreciate you for coming through, man. It's good seeing you.
You know, definitely I was going to show up. You know what I don't like? I don't like the fact that I don't think I'm going to get that scene that we saw in State of Decay 3 with the girl that's screaming. I hope they do. I hope they do that scene. And I hope they actually do it in real time.
We're going to keep it alive. You know what I'm saying?
Because I like your intro, like I love it, and I wait for that part because I do the same stupid face, and I know y'all all out there do the same stupid face. And y'all do it too. I know y'all do. Don't act like you don't. Oh man, but I couldn't wait to get here with you. I had so much fun. Well, limited time only. This guy is like an exclusive Pokemon, man. I had to like go out and try to figure it out where he was. Like he'll pop up. Like he's like, "Where's Waldo?" He's like, "Yeah, there he is." I'm like, "Oh, come here, man. Get over here, man." Like it's crazy because I expected to have more time with my guy out there, and I had to strong arm him 1 point. It was like 1 point. Seriously, did he tell you, Doodle? I had to strong arm him.
He did.
Yeah, so I'm like, I got a boogie, I gotta make it to the space over here. I got it, because hopefully I can get in. I said, come here, I gotta talk to you. He's like, but I said, I don't get time with you. I gotta talk to you. Slow down. Come with me. Let's walk. Let's talk. Now he had no business going where I was going because he was going in the opposite direction. But when it's time to talk to your friend, it's time to talk to your friend. That's my friend. And I don't give people my personal number. So if any of y'all don't have my personal, I guess you're not my friend. Oh.
Yeah.
That makes you think about things differently, right? Yeah, I think it makes you think about things differently, right? Real quick. So we get to a lemonade stand. At the lemonade stand, tell him, I said, yo, you need to try this lemonade. And it's like, slow down, because his energy, he was running, his energy was, too high. I'm like, slow down with your energy. He's like a kid trying to get to the roller coaster. Slow down with your energy.
Working, man. Right? Working.
No, I know he definitely is. I'm gonna tell you guys, like, he's the James Brown of this, hardest working man in the business. Ever since we spoke, and he was like, yo, King, what do I need to do? Make sure you bring your merch. Make sure you bring your business cards. Make sure you take notes. Make sure you get everybody's email. Make sure you follow up. Make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure your cameras and everything's on tight, and make sure your microphones work. That stuff. They did all that. From the first packs that I've seen them, they've been doing that stuff. So, you know, for people to say that people ain't outside, but let me get to this part though. Right. So we get over there and we're relaxed and we're having a conversation. And as we're having a conversation, someone overhears his plight. Now, the individual knows me, knows the Iron Lords, knows the situation, said I can help you with that. Without anything, digs right into the phone, calls somebody, and sends them over there to go handle that. Not only did he get one game, I think he got 3 games that he was looking for, right?
3.
And that doesn't happen if, as a friend, I don't see my friend walking around alone. Right? In a place where we all came to get to, and we're all supposed to be doing work, and we're all supposed to be each one teach one. We're all supposed to be linking up, sharing, working, exchanging ideas, trying to elevate each other. Because when the high tide is there, all boats get it going. You understand? So
Nice.
There's no such thing as gatekeeping, because you're never going to get that from me. That's never going to happen. And one thing you won't get from me is worrying about another man. I have to address other people worrying about another man. What a man eats don't make me shit.
Oh,
Yo.
And
bars.
And I won't ever pass judgment, because he without sin cast the first stone. So whatever's going on ain't my business, because I don't go around. I'm too busy focused on work. So if you was focused on work, then you can't understand what's going on around you, because you're too busy focusing on what you got to do. So if you got time to dig into other people's business, that means you're not working hard enough. And if you're worrying about a man, do you have designs on that man? Do you fancy that man? Is that man in your sights that you want to date that man? Because that's the only time I feel that individuals should ever worry about another man.
Preach.
So I show up here just to tell people and let them know I stand with my brother at all times. That doesn't mean I pick your side or their side or whatever side. What I don't do is I don't talk about anybody, because I don't care to, because I'm too focused on trying to win. And you can't win if you're worrying about somebody else, because you don't know if your shoes is tied properly in this race. Focus on your own shit. Stop worrying about somebody else's. And if you think somebody got an opportunity that they didn't earn, or something that whatever you feel, then you go out and work 10 times as harder. But what I saw was my man in every interview. Like when I pulled up to Onimusha, who was sitting next to me? When I pulled up to Code Veronica, who was sitting next to me? Again, I didn't see them.
Right, fam.
So what I'm gonna say is, I can't argue with somebody outside of the club if you can't get in.
Oh,
Shoot.
So when I see you in the street, when I see you where everyone is and everybody's doing the things that they're supposed to be doing to elevate their channel, when they're shilling for their merch, they're wearing their merch, they're talking to developers and they know their name and they know their channel and they know what's going on. When they know you, then I guess everybody else can know you. But stop hating from a distance. Be up close and hate. But they don't do that. So I just want you to know, I love you to death. I told y'all that y'all the first family of Xbox, and it's always going to be that way. Right? Because you've always treated me fair. You have always treated me kindly. You have always been a friend to me. So I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to be here for you.
I appreciate that, King. You know, I remember when like you were just down, like, yo, let's go when we did your interview, and it was supposed to be for like an hour or so. We were wilding out for like 3 freaking hours, bro. And that was so dope. And you said focus on you. You keep working, you keep going, and you said I don't need to worry about anybody else, right? because you're confident with what you're doing.
Facts.
And that resonated.
Yes, sir.
It really
saw
did,
it.
bro.
You
I
see me in the
appreciate
chats.
you. We
I was in the
appreciate
chat yesterday when your kids was on and you had my man did down and anime. I said, oh man, this is hot. I like this. Make that content. Make it happen. Get to the youth. Do whatever you do, but do it.
Yes, sir.
And listen, and if you shine it too bright, tell them to get some shades, man. Tell them to get some shades.
Bars. Well, King, appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you
you being here, coming through. But of course, it's not just our boy King. No. It's another dude who played such a pivotal role in our channel's success. And that was our boy J-Shock Blast. He is the reason that we got our first mainstream developer to look at us and talk to us and give us preview access to a mainline game, which we then used to go get involved with Xbox and everybody else. So it's because of him that he also helped me, man. J-Shock, you the man, bro.
Let's go.
Got like
Nice
6
to
pictures
do,
of
bro.
him that I took.
I demanded those pictures.
That's fair.
Thank you.
She did.
I can't follow up what just happened, by the way. So I do want to say I agree. I saw you everywhere. I think we took a picture every time I saw you. You were always such positive energy. And I also formally got to introduce myself to the King David here. I watch the Iron Lords from time to time. Cognito, I know him obviously the most of the group, and I enjoy their content. You're awesome. I said that to you when we met, and I'm actually honored to be here with all three of you. To be honest, thank you for having me. We did have that chance encounter at PAX East. I just wanted to play. What was it, Killer Klowns?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All I wanted to do is play, and they're like, "Oh yeah, here, let's go do an interview." And I'm like, okay, I wasn't really prepared for that. And then here you guys kind of came up and were talking. I'm like, can you do it right now? Right now? Here's the interview. And I just sat there and watched. So it worked out perfect. And I feel like things happen for a reason. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
And I gotta say, I've watched you guys grow. And when you have the check mark next to your name, I don't like drawing attention to myself when I'm like a guest in someone else's chat. So like I usually only like chime in if I have something I really want to say. But I think what you guys do is awesome. I think the Iron Lords are awesome. I think this is great. I'm very happy to be here. It's not XM, and it's also not Xbox, but I got my Jin Sakai that I can show off to King David.
Awesome.
Nice.
Because we did talk briefly about statues and my appreciation of his background.
Yeah, I appreciate you, and I'm glad that you remember. Like, I got a statue group that I'm in right now. They just showed me some new Hulk that's gonna go up for pre-order. I'm like, come on, guys, come on! I got to do remodeling in my house. Stop playing with me.
I just got I do more Hot Toys than the bigger statues.
Yeah,
and my Daredevil and Thing pre-order just hit, so I am not buying for a minute.
Oh, those things cost a lot. Like, people don't understand. Like, Hot Toys cost a grip. Like, it's $300, and if you get the premium ones, they're $500 and better. I'm glad I didn't go down that rabbit hole, because you know why? These statues take up a large space.
Right.
Those Hot Toys don't, and you can pack those babies in. That's the problem, son.
Yeah. I honestly did not mean for this to sit there for like 2 years, but I literally have nowhere else to put it. So it's just kind of living there, and it's awesome. Don't get me wrong. So anyway, it honestly, Summer Game Fest it's really cool, because like it's part like people watching, and it's also part like everybody, busting ass and trying to get as much work done as they can. And it really meant a lot, because I do not know as many people as you guys do. So, whenever I saw, Mr. CMoney and Cognito, two of the people I knew the most, they were both all smiles and big hugs. So it was appreciated. I'm trying to like meet people and you know, Greg Miller knows who I am when he sees me, so that's kind of a big step, I think. But
that's awesome.
We're working my way there. You know what I mean? I've always been kind of in the background.
I'll tell you this. Never be afraid to ask somebody for a picture. Tomorrow's not promised. So if you have the opportunity to stop somebody and tell them that you admire their work and you like the stuff that's going on, trust and believe. The worst thing you could do is miss an opportunity that you don't know can ever come back again. I had somebody hit me in the DM and was like, "Oh, I was afraid to say something to you." Don't do that. I don't know. I could walk outside and get hit by a bus, God forbid. And you don't see me. You had that opportunity, and you would have had a great story to tell at my eulogy. So don't play around like that. When you see me, say hello.
Absolutely. Well, that's exactly like I didn't know if you would know who I was or anything, but
doesn't matter. Introduce.
Exactly. That's I just felt like, and I've seen you a bunch of times in person, because you know you're everywhere and it's cool. But I'm
like a rash.
I finally felt like good enough to finally say, hey, you know, I'm technically, I guess, Cognito modded me in your chat, which I guess I'm one of your mods.
That's huge. That's huge because you don't get to have the ban wand and trust and believe.
That's
they don't hand that out. Nah, that's cool.
I hand out no bans.
Nah,
anyway,
I tell the people, yo, as long as they're not cursing, make it happen, baby.
Yeah, but no, this is honestly awesome. Like I said, it's too bad Doodle wasn't out there with us, but I know somebody's got to hold down shop. But your man's held it down. He did good.
Yes,
he really did. I'm so proud of him.
2 years in a row, Doodle. I didn't see you. Last time I saw you was south of midnight, madam.
Yes, it's been a minute, bro.
It has been.
That's wild.
It
ain't right.
Well,
I'm trying to get CMoney to go to Germany. If he don't go there, I'm trying to get him to go to PAX West. I'll be at PAX West this year too, sir.
Nice.
Going PAX West, man. You just got the flyer miles up here.
No, we have a thing with because one of my sponsors is Play On, and it's a Neo Geo thing that's going on. So that's going to be big. So all that ton of information is coming out for Neo Geo. So we're gonna be frontlining for Neo Geo, baby. I'm gonna have my Terry Bogard jacket and hat on. If they give me a Terry Bogard jacket, I'll never take it off.
Yo,
I'm a stink in it.
Well, let me tell you something real quick. I went to my first Gamescom last year.
Yeah.
Because Lego Batman was getting announced, and thank you WB for bringing me out there.
Awesome.
Nice.
It is. It's not something I ever was like, oh, I really want to go to Gamescom. Having been to Gamescom, I really want to go back to Gamescom.
Oh,
okay. like it is. That city, Cologne, is crazy. Like it has no business being as like modern as it is. Like it is the most unique city I think I've ever been to. The venue is like, so you think like PAX East is that one big huge hall, right?
Right.
Yes.
This is like, you know, if I put the dividers up in PAX East, and there would basically be like 2 different convention centers.
Yeah.
It's like 8 of those, like weirdly placed together, and it is a lot of walking. Everything is everywhere. It is pretty crazy. So
that's wild.
Edith in the chat, by the way, is the one that had you sign Pokemon cards.
Oh, Edith, that's the homie. What's going on, Edith?
Yeah, they pulled up to me and was like, "Yes, I need Pokemon cards."
What was the card that I picked? First, I picked the monkey, and then
that's the one I signed. I signed the monkey.
I think he did get Mankey after, but
you got Mankey?
Yeah, I love the monkey, and monkey is my favorite.
And then I was gonna take the monkey, but she looked at me. She was like,
"No, you better sign it."
You sure you want the monkey? So yes. I don't remember what I picked afterwards, but
you wasn't supposed to take the monkey.
Magmar.
Yeah, that's yours.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's yours. What it was. The monkey is mine.
Oh, you got the monkey on your shoulder. That's wild.
I got the monkey on my back.
That's dope. That's dope. That's real wild.
Diddy
home. Got one more month to go.
Listen. I know we got some limited times. I appreciate it. Shout out to you guys being here, rocking out with us, man. We appreciate you. I do want to say what's up to the homies in the chat, man. Appreciate all of y'all for rocking out with us. We do have a compact time frame here, so we're gonna go ahead and just shout out our specials of the evening. That's right, the top 3, the first 3 people who were live in the building, and it's gonna go like this. Number 3 in the building.
Tell them.
No. Top 3 people, yes, but the real question is, who are these people?
Who?
Number 3 is our homie Red Ninja. Shout out to Red Ninja being number 3 in the building. He's not messing around. He said, "I'm gonna
not today."
Banner. He lost his spot on the banner, but he's gonna make that banner. That's what he wants to do. He wants to reach that banner, and that's dope. Appreciate you. Number 2 in the building is our homie. Shout out to our boy Broke Boy, man. Number 2 in the building. He's not messing around either. He is awesome. Appreciate you, bro. And then number 1 in the building, the best bot of the night, goes to our boy Ren. Shout out to Ren, live in the building, number 1, and he has a concern, and we're going to talk about that concern a little later, but we're going to try to start with the fun stuff before we get into the questions of life that are going to be taking place. But Ren, appreciate you. I also quickly have to go ahead and wait. I can't do the same thing. Bam, go here. Just get almost. I messed that up. Damn, gone. Go here. Beautiful. Okay, that's done. Lovey. Who did I just say? Ren. Yeah, can't mess that up. Gotta get that banner right. Broke boy. Wow,
a song too.
Listen,
thank you. See, the voice of an angel.
I've been training,
guys.
I've been practicing. I did a lot of singing in California. You never know who's singing.
You never know who's listening. You know.
Scoop you up. All right, we do want to shout out our YouTube Elite members. We have the homie Dark Angelic, Queen Witch, Broke Boy, and Pal Xbox for Life. And then our YouTube Inner Circle members. That's our highest level. Is the homie Pragmatic Eagle, Hargy Chani, and Marvelous Marvin. We also have to shout out our May champions. That's right, most top 3s for the month of May. That was our boy E Ranks. Most first super chats was Mac22TH54. Biggest super chat came from Pragmatic Eagle. Most biggest super chats was a tie between Pragmatic Eagle and Jay Slay. Top 3 most gifted subs came from number 1, Spartan661, number 2, Ryu Art, and number 3, Broke Boy. And then the most subs gifted at once came from Spartan661. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate y'all. The support is insane, and we love y'all. Thank y'all so much for rocking out with us. Now, of course, we're going to go ahead and get started with this show. Normally, I say what's up to everybody. I see y'all. I see Dip Down. That's right. Dip Down Anime in the building.
What's up? Stevie Ray and Amber.
Right. Well, I think that one's Stevie Ray, but shout out to Stevie Ray, host of our anime show, On Point Nerd Nights, Anime After Dark, debuted yesterday. It was fire.
It was so good, guys. So
go back and check it out. But shout out to you, man, and shout out to everybody who's live in the building. You guys are awesome. I see Lemon in the building. What's up, fam?
Lemon was good.
All right. Listen, I got 2 fine guests who are here who also attended Summer Games Fest and Play Days and Xbox Showcase, all the fun stuff. What I want to do is talk about it, man. What was your experiences like? What did you love? What was unexpected? All right, I'm going to go ahead and let's get the King going because I know he's got limited time. So, King, Summer Games Fest, we were there at the show. We were there at Play Days. We went to the Xbox show. I mean, listen, this weekend was bananas. So,
that's crazy.
Yeah, just give your your highlights, right? Like what was the best of the weekend for you?
The best of the weekend for me, well, including Xbox or just Jeff's stuff?
Well, if it's gonna be biased because of Xbox, then exclude Xbox.
All right, okay. So I'm gonna exclude Xbox. I'm just gonna give you Jeff's stuff because I believe that everybody had a phenomenal week. I mean, even with PlayStation and ending with Nintendo, right? I'll say, you know what? I'll do all 3 shows. all 3 shows. PlayStation, the top 3 games, Wolverine. I'm gonna figure out what that does. I'm definitely down for Token Fighters, Fighting Souls. I am so amped for that. I'm gonna buy that damn controller. I ain't playing with you. All right. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna get that controller. All right. I'm gonna have me some fun. All right. And I'm definitely gonna pick up Ontier War when that shows up. I'm looking forward to that. So I can clown on it, play some Jello cubes, see what happens with that, see what's shaking. Right. Jeff show. Dope, yeah, Auntie was doing her thing. Gotta start off with Veronica. I've waited for that game for so damn long, man. Like I waited for a Code Veronica 2 something. Give me anything. I'm a hungry dude over here for that. I felt like Popeye's biscuits. So definitely Veronica set off this tone. Then I gotta go with Stellar Blade 2.
That looked fire.
As a goon connoisseur, I knew exactly what it was when she turned around to start the beat down. You heard me? I was like, I know them cheeks. Oh God, I know. Yeah, Stellar Blade, man. I mean, kind of threw me off with the combat, though. I ain't gonna hold you. The combat was way better. They learned something from that time to that time. They learned how to fight. And the way she was moving and weaving like Mike Tyson, I said, oh, hell yeah. Right? I said, I'm about this. Nice. This is what it is. You can't stop me, son. And then I know this is going to be a hard pill for a lot of people, pause. But that Gundam game gave me goosebumps. It's giving me goosebumps right now. Like, I'm just thinking, I text my boy as soon as I saw it. I was like, Joe, get your money ready, son. He's the biggest Gundam dude. I said, I can't believe that they doing it. When he dude came out the mech, see, I'm getting goosebumps right now. It's crazy. I was like, Jeff won. The show was over. KO, throwing the towel. Throwing the goddamn towel. And then Xbox stepped up to the plate. We already know E-Day. I mean, anybody got 2 eyeballs in your head, man. If you heard it, you knew it was dope, right? You could be blind as deaf. Ray Charles is like, oh, that shit is bad, baby. So give me a Coke on that, baby. God, that's bad, baby. Wow. And then Fable. Holy man. I said, these dudes ain't messing around. That Fable looked like liquid crack. I was like, oh, I ain't gonna hold it. That's delicious right there. And it was like 2027. I was like, damn, that's delicious. That's delicious right there. But then Persona 6. I mean, Sav, I'm sorry, your knees had to go. It's going inside Game Pass. Buddy.
I remember that moment. I
was like, chop them off here. I said, remember, when you send me your knees, I need Vaseline's Men Fast Absorbing 3-in-1. Rub them down because we don't need no ashy knees in this town. Diddy comes home in 1 more month. You understand? We're fresh out of baby oil because we're stocking up for when he show back home. So and my honorable mention has to be that Xbox Series X 25.
Yes.
That shut the building down. And all the fans that were there got one. That beat the hell out of Jeff's show. That beat the hell out of everybody's show. I ain't gonna hold you. And then Nintendo, when I got home, I landed. My wife picked me up, got back to the house. I had 5 minutes to go live. I knew Zelda was going to be there because a little bird me told me so. I was scared to death, and it was the last joint. So Zelda, Star Fox, and Kingdom Hearts 4. I think this is probably one of the most immaculate weeks in gaming that we got. And that's just us just picking 3 titles from each show that actually made some damn sense. And then hanging out with friends, eating and drinking and working. It didn't seem like work. I did 44,000 steps a day. It was what it was. But I'll do it all again tomorrow if they call me back. just to relive this experience because you never know. But that was ill. That's the best weekend game. And I ain't gonna hold you.
That's what's up.
I agree. J-Shock.
I've been put in a position to fail because I have to follow King David every time. Good God. How am I supposed to top that? Jeez. Yes, what he said.
No. Yes.
I want to say, I mean, obviously I was excited about a lot of the games he said. I'm not even a big God of War fan, but like Laffy made me really excited because like that Mongolian God of War that was in there, like I know there's been like a lot of like crying about it like on socials. I don't understand. Like this man spent 2 whole video games climbing a goddamn mountain just to spread her ashes at the top, and you're telling me we can't experience her fighting through the gods of the entire universe to get back to him? How is that not a fascinating story? You know, and I'm not even a big God of War fan. Like I've played them, I enjoy them, they're fine, but like that one really got me pretty excited. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree with you. I agree 100%. It looks phenomenal.
I don't care who I play as, you know, just give me a good story. Like, is that too much to ask for? Just make it fun, good story. What does it matter what the character is, looks like, whatever?
It's stupid. I just wish they changed the name.
Yeah, like, I mean, I get that. Well, you gotta keep the branding. You know, you gotta keep God of War in there. You could have done
like Laffy, God of War story or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Just play with the name a little bit, like, because I feel like this is what they're grabbing onto to go ahead. Oh, God of War, but where's Kratos, right?
Yeah.
So
like saying, like putting up their God of War, Laffy.
I don't know.
Like people.
I feel like that's in a lot of ways just semantics, and you're just looking for a reason to complain.
Agreed.
Like I'm working with Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Okay, too many letters. Okay, I have 100 letters in my YouTube title, and I'm using half of them. Like, think of the YouTubers. I will say Clockwork Revolution looked amazing. I've been pretty hyped about that one for a while. You know, Fable, obviously, another one. Pokemon Pocopia is kind of like one of my favorite games of the year, and I don't know why. Like, it's just so chill. So I was actually worried that the DLC dropped while I was at the airport, but that was just me not listening properly, and it comes in August. I was like, man, I want to stream it right now, but yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Do not shame me. I have the only Zelda game I've ever really played is the first one on the original NES. So looking forward to everybody always talks about it's Ocarina of Time, right? Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Okay, making sure. Don't want to like pretend that I'm like some expert on that.
Butcher the name.
Yes. I'm looking forward to playing that for the first time in the best possible graphics. So but yeah, I thought it was a great show. Everybody had a great show. I will say, being in the building when Asha was like, "Oh yeah, you get an Xbox and you get an Xbox."
Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
That was some energy, man. Those people were going nuts, and that was awesome. And I'm jealous, especially of somebody who had 2 name tags in the building.
Listen, I went to both. All right, I went to the one last year, and I got grandfathered in. That's what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm not hating. I'm not hating
that Xbox. You know?
Listen, we were in the same room as Snoop Dogg. I mean, that was pretty cool.
Was fire.
That was
great. And Tupac, the spirit of Tupac.
I honestly, Tupac's death is like one of those moments that I remember vividly, like waking up and watching MTV and like hearing about that. I might not look like it, but back in the day, I was like Tupac is probably my favorite rapper ever. So he seeing him there, I was like, whoa. And I mean, I've heard people like, oh, this is kind of weird having them in there, but I don't think so. I mean, it's all about eras. Like, what does it matter? It looks I thought it was that looks like a pretty cool game. I got to have my picture taken at the desk looking like a little boss. If you know, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, great show.
All right. So now, what the real thing that I think people who haven't had the privilege to go to these events want to know: your hands on a controller. What were the favorite things that you played over at, I would say, Summer Games Fest, or the other thing at Xbox? But Xbox didn't really have too much outside of one that was the most amazing. But yeah,
no bias there.
I'm just saying. King, go ahead.
All right. Well, I got like 4 games that are under NDA that I can't even say.
I was about to say, I gotta play like NDA bingo here.
Yeah,
I think most of them was done. I think one is tomorrow, but you could say,
what's the one that's tomorrow?
All of them you could say you played. You just
what's the one that's tomorrow?
Oh,
see, exactly. This guy trying to get me banned by TV.
Y'all can't come back here. That's what's gonna happen next year.
They'll pull up this clip. Got your ass. Like, nah, let me go. That was CMoney. He did it. He set me up.
I'm not gonna lie.
Sir, you're no longer on the list.
I know, right? Oh my God, that'll break my heart. All right. I think okay. So the ones that I know I can talk about, because those are the ones of the videos that I did. Tomb Raider. Get ready.
That was today.
All right, good, because I just let it out right now. Tomb Raider, pause. Tomb Raider, get ready. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all, because we can't really talk details. But get ready. Phantom Blade Zero, good God Almighty. Impulse. If you don't know what Impulse is, I suggest you go right now to go figure it out. Well, after the show. Don't do it right now. Don't take away the views. Do it after the show. But Impulse, it is the best first-person shooter that, as far as movement going, that I play. It's a multiplayer first-person shooter game where you have grappling hook, sliding, and it's like this colored like type Titanfall. Of paint. Yeah, but it is Titanfall. Right, so he took he mixed up all these games. It's amalgamation of games. But instead of you calling down a Titan, you fight over it as a resource, and one spawns on your side and one spawns on the other team's side. But anybody can get inside the Titan, and that Titan can wreak havoc. The boards is crazy. Is wall running, and you come with a gravity hammer. Each character has a gravity hammer, so they turn the corner and you crack the monkey crap out of them. The game was too much fun. It didn't even make any sense how much fun it was. And just it's one more. And I played the demo, and I got a chance to play another demo, Onimusha.
Oh,
bro. Now I've only had a chance to I only had a chance to play it on my PlayStation 5 Pro. And I only had a chance to play it over there on the PlayStation 5 Pro. I haven't had a chance to play it on the Xbox. I think the saturation will be a little bit better on the colors. But the game moves like how Onimusha is, but it's like plus, like somebody added secret sauce. Like somebody got the KFC's secret ingredients and sprinkled it on it, and it just gets that, it got that crackle to it, man. And I know a lot of you guys is like, I thought you was a pescatarian. Yeah, I remember how chicken tastes. Shut the hell up. Stop playing with me. like I forgot how chicken tastes. No, the memory is good, bro. Don't let the gray hair.
Every time he takes a bite of something else and that tear rolls down.
That's ribs. That's ribs, bro. That's ribs. That was the one, boy. It was like, how much do you love God? I love him so much, I'm giving rid of ribs. So, but those games, man, absolutely out of this world. And when I'm playing them, I hope y'all feel the spirit of love, because I'm playing it for all of you, right? This is a lie. I'm playing it for myself. But I'm like, I'm saying to myself, man, when these guys get a chance to get a hold of these games, they're gonna absolutely lose their mind. And I'm like, finally, this generation showed up, because not one of those games is previous generation, not one of them. And I was like, thank God we ditched those cheap bastards into the last generation. I don't ever want to see you again. And I'm so happy consoles cost 2 times more the regular price. The price of the brick gone up, baby. Yesterday's price is not today's price, boy. You won't wait next time, would you?
True.
I mean,
he's checking embargoes to see if I broke any.
I'm just double checking before.
Like,
before you open your mouth.
Before I open my mouth.
He's like, he's good. He's He's safe.
Oh man. Okay.
I know one I definitely can't talk about, and that one, man.
I'm pretty sure one of the ones I'm most excited about I can't talk about yet either.
Yeah.
What be really messed up is if the one I'm gonna talk about is the one that you're talking about. Are they yellow, and do you pick them up in New York City off the streets? And are they a little wacky in the brain? If you can't get that from there, exactly. If you don't get that from there, that's on you.
Yeah, I told him.
Yeah, okay.
I got you. I got you.
Good reasoning like that.
Yeah.
You can't be doing.
I'm here, baby. I'm here.
I'm not a puzzle game player. You know what I'm saying?
I got to do cryptic jail conversations. They listening on the phones, bro.
I get it. All right. Well, then, Jay, what can you talk about?
I do feel safe enough to say, because I was going to say, look, 2 years ago at Summer Game Fest, I played Phantom Blade Zero, and back then I really enjoyed it. And if I were to have played it this time around, I would have enjoyed it even more. But I'm pretty safe because he said it too. So yeah. I'm not usually
said it in the safe way. He said it in the dangerous way. You know
so I think I covered us both, to be fair. But yeah, the one that I want to say, might have been a galaxy far away. I can't wait to talk about that one.
Yeah.
Wait, like in a vehicle?
Maybe. I mean,
I like this guy. I like
Did
this
I
guy.
get an embargo for that? Because I don't know. I've been saying shit all over the place.
Are you serious? You can't. It was
I don't
right
know
there
what
in the
you're
front.
talking about.
I hope you didn't.
yeah, I'm 99% sure we're like 2 weeks away.
Yeah, definitely on that one.
Yeah, I remember.
This guy's crazy.
Throw away the key, babe.
But I do believe I was told I could say I played it. So I played a video game that might be based on a large space adventuring series that we all love. I might have posted a picture of it on Instagram, which I was also told I was allowed to do.
Oh, okay.
And if you
post a picture, babe, you did post a picture.
And if you saw that, then maybe I liked it, maybe I didn't. We'll find out.
Listen, we're in tricky business right now.
I wish it was Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
That'd be wild, crazy.
Gio knows that's my favorite movie of all time. So,
okay. So this is the thing. It's a little murky when you get into something on the quick and easy side. You know what I'm saying? Like, without it being official. If I just walk in, I didn't see nothing. Nobody sent me no email. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I have a little bit of leeway with some
little wiggle room
of this stuff. Damn, they should have been real explicit.
Well, I can feel some.
They were not messing around. I saw it easy. They were like, bro, if you do this before 6 a.m. on Thursday, you will die. That's literally what I heard. But outside of that, yeah. Okay. So, Jay Shaw, anything that was not, I know you mentioned the other ones, but anything else that you could be a little more detail friendly with?
I'm not like,
everything. I really don't know what is embargoed like that now. Now I feel like I'm feeling
like you need to double check everything.
I feel safe talking about this. I played Magic the Gathering Marvel.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous.
And they gave me so much cool stuff. They gave me this like Doctor Doom like box. And they gave me like 5 packs of cards and well, actually it was an Iron Man playmat, but apparently Blitzwinger needed it more than me. So I got Captain America, which I'm not mad about. I mean, I think I should have it more than a Canadian. So there's that. But
that kind of makes sense.
But where's Magic the Gathering based out of though? What if they're from Canada, eh?
Are they?
Yo, why do you have to do that?
This says made in the USA on the box, all right? So we're
all right.
I appreciated them for giving me lots of swag. I'm not a Magic like player, but I do like opening packs of cards. So I love Marvel. So I've got like a whole case of these cards coming, and I got to open a few packs early. I got a pretty sweet Ultron card that was mythic level, I guess. And I got a Red Hulk that was like foil. I don't know. It was pretty fun. And a Wolverine card. I got a Wolverine card.
Oh, you just rubbing it in now.
Yeah.
You just spinning the block.
Let's just pull them out. Why don't we pull them out?
Oh, okay. I got you.
Look at this. Look at this.
I got you.
Look at this Wolverine card, man. Like, it's pretty sick.
All right.
You got the Ultron mythic.
All right. Shoe program.
Got that Winter Soldier.
Oh, okay. I see you.
So these cards aren't even out for like.
Winter Soldier right there. You see him right there? You see him?
Yeah. I have seen him in the background. Absolutely.
This guy here, he's evil.
Yeah. So that's not something you probably would have thought about at this thing, but they've been there. They're like every year.
Yep. I got the Final Fantasy last year.
Yeah, and the year before I did Assassin's Creed was what they had. So I like collecting cards. Pokemon cards are almost impossible to get. So you're gonna put out Final Fantasy sets. You're gonna put out Marvel sets, Spider-Man sets, Ninja Turtle sets. I'm in.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I have. Do you remember my card collection from Animal Crossing New Horizons? Oh my gosh.
Yes, all of them.
It's insane. It's insane.
And I even went on eBay.
Yes, you did.
To get the remaining cards. So she has every Animal Crossing card.
Oh wow.
Has ever been released.
So many doubles too, because it was crazy the amount that we had to buy. Yeah.
Because of all the stupid.
I have 4 or 5 books.
Yeah, that's why I stopped buying the packs, and I said it's cheaper for me to pay the inflated price on eBay than to keep buying packs.
I mean, when you're looking for the last ones, but I remember, man, I went into, I think it wasn't it Target? They had just put them out. And man, I'm not comfortable saying how much I spent on those cards. That was crazy. But once you start, you feel like I need the rest, you know?
That's right.
We've all been there.
It has to be cool.
It's called
when
levels to addiction.
And you right? Addiction. When you guys go and they have like
album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Levels to addiction.
Bruh, trust me. I got a bunch of habits.
I like opening packs because I think there's something cool about like actually pulling the card you want. Like it's a lot more exciting. Yes. But there's like a Star Wars card game. I can't remember what it's called, but they did an Old Republic set, and Darth Revan and Darth Malak are like my 2 favorite characters in Star Wars, and their cards were the like best cards in the set. And I was talking to one of my friends that does play the game, and he's like, unless you're getting one of those like $500 booster boxes, yeah, Star Wars Unlimited, you're not going to get those cards in a pack. So instead of doing that, I just spent like $300 and got the exact cards I wanted off eBay, and I was like,
yeah. It makes more sense.
Satisfied. So
I'm one of those. Well, I used to be. Thank God I stopped. one of those late night comic book guys that's on eBay and playing that game. I was out there with 25-cent comics inside my queue, just looking, just like hunting. 5 seconds, click. Got your ass. Let's go. $35. Let's get it.
Well, let me tell you, very few things in this world make me feel older than being able to say that my eBay account can drink.
Wow.
Damn.
Like, it's crazy.
That's wild.
That's beautiful.
That's actually crazy.
That's a beautiful thing. You know what's funny? When you find out that there's other late night eBay crawlers, and yo, there's nothing more satisfying than battling it out with some idiot, and you wait in the last second and you get it.
Yeah.
And I wish it was like a screen, and they could just take a screen capture of your face and you could just send it to them. Beat you.
Yo, let me get that picture.
Got it. And when it comes, you can send them another picture. I got what you wanted.
Yeah. Those were definitely the days. We've all done a little eBay sniping in our time.
Hell
Listen,
yeah.
I mean, it got to the point where and this would be like just even on TV, like infomercials, I'll be like, yo, okay, see, you can't stay up on your own, because he'll like the next day he'll be like, you're not gonna believe what I bought. And I'll be like, not again, bro, not again.
Said I got a Roomba XL. It comes. It can climb steps, baby.
That's real wild. That's real wild. I've been checking pretty good. So I found one that I for sure could not talk about.
Yo, Power Boss is on.
Yo,
He's like,
you
CMoney
really
still checking
still
embargo dates.
Yo, you still in that phone?
I got mad because I was going to talk about a few games, and then now you guys got me. I kind of felt like they were all going to be up.
Listen,
already.
this is the way I'm playing the game this year, because I could not keep track of all these embargoes.
It was too many.
I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get all my content ready, and when I see everybody else start posting it, then I'm gonna just post mine.
Yes.
I don't have to be first at the minute. We're just gonna do it that way this year.
Hey, CMoney.
Oh shit! What the fuck? What did I just see?
It's under embargo.
No, that's not the same one. Why are you trying to mess with me, yo?
So, CMoney.
That's wild.
Nah, this is the 8-bit Doodle.
I was about to say I wasn't gonna call you on that, but
no. It's an 8-bit dude. I didn't know. And it's so funny. They sent it to me like a week before because they saw my review with Razer, and it was like, "Oh, check this out. We think that you'll like this controller." I'm like, yeah, "Okay." They send it, and like one of the biggest problems is this thing is not wireless, but they do have one. And I told them like, send the video and send it to them, and they was like, "Oh, don't worry, we got you. We knew that was the biggest flaw, but how did you like the controller?" I said, "Oh, I use it for my Fight Night Fridays now." He said, "Good. Very good." So, but I didn't know it was going to be the translucent one. And I was looking and I was like, you knew something. You just didn't tell. It's super dope. Super dope. Super dope.
That's dope. Man, I can't wait for that thing to show up. I can tell you.
You can't wait for that email. You better keep checking your junk mail.
Oh, snap. Actually, damn. You mess with me, dog.
So how excited were you guys when you heard about, well, first of all, when you saw it? Because I like kind of lost my mind. It looks so dope. The 25th anniversary console. So before hearing that, they were gonna hand them out, did you immediately, was that first instinct of like, oh yeah, I'm getting that?
Yeah,
absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story. When they announced the Halo one, I watched in my car in front of the GameStop, and went into GameStop, and like my normal guy was there, and he's like searching through the computer. He's like, "Dude, it's not here." Like, what do you mean it's not there? It's supposed to go on pre-order. and he finally found a SKU that was vague and didn't say anything, and he put it through, and it ended up actually being the Halo Xbox. But after that happened, there was a company-wide email, don't use that SKU, we're not getting those in store. I was one of the only people to get one in store. So
That's
awesome.
Wow.
So I will say I definitely want one. It looks awesome. I will say also, you know, I don't know if you guys like did video of it and posted it anywhere, but man, there are some haters. Like, we understand it's not necessary. It's absolutely just a collector piece. Why can't you just let people enjoy what they want to enjoy? Like, it looks awesome.
Oh well, okay. That was calculated. All right. So when I got a chance to talk to a certain individual that works at Microsoft, it was calculated. They're gonna make probably 3 to 5 million of those around when Grand Theft Auto 6 drops. Because think about it this way. I still don't know if they got the marketing. In my head, they got the marketing until otherwise noted. All right.
They're the only ones who mention the name, bro. They have to have
facts. All right. So I'm just gonna sit here and watch the show. But from what I ascertain of the situation, they're having those there based upon the demand. So you have people that is dying for that because that's the number one thing that's on Amazon right now is wish list. And then you couple that with getting those sales of Grand Theft Auto 6 and those individuals that never made it over from Xbox One or the PlayStation 4, and you make it a super enticing, inviting thing. And then those individuals that have a regular Series X that want one, or a Series S that actually want to upgrade their Series S and get that one, then you give them an incentive to do so. But from what I was told, that console was a direct reaction to knowing that Grand Theft was coming out, and they needed to have a console at that time. And that's a super inviting proposition for anybody that wanted to get to current gen, generation 9. And I thought that was pretty ingenious. I don't know who came up with the strategy, but it looks great.
Yeah. I can't imagine like people not wanting that one, like if you see the plain black one next to that, like you're going to take the green one every time, right?
Oh, buy a wrap.
Yeah.
All my consoles is wrap. I don't want to see that black thing just sitting there looking like that. Wrap it. Wrap it up.
The irony is that my Halo Xbox is wrapped in a what is that? The Starfield wrap.
Oh yeah, mine. Yeah, I got mine too. Yep. Yeah. Right next to me, right here is the Starfield. The other one over there is Doom.
Yeah,
I got my Doom microphone.
The Black Ops one, the Black Ops 6 one.
Yeah,
I got that on this one down here. Upstairs, I think we got it's wrapped with the Doom one.
Yeah, if I could get my hand, I wonder if at some point, if Gears sells at least I wonder if they're gonna have, because I know they're gonna have the elite controller. I know they're gonna have the standard controller like Doom, right? But what if they're gonna have that wrap?
That would be pretty cool. I feel like they should get back into, even if you can, it would be great if you can kind of just be able to design just like you do with the controllers, right? The wraps, I feel like they need to bring that up a little bit more because, people will end up buying them every month, switch it up, according to the mood.
Yeah. I have to say,
they would sell.
That was one thing that like this generation in general that I've been very surprised about is how like there have been peripherals that are branded and whatever, but nowhere near like the Xbox One or 360 generation. Like I've got my Witcher controller, I've got my Yotei controller, like I don't buy the plain ones. I want the game ones that I love,
Yes.
Right.
And I'm kind of surprised they don't do that more. Like I was shocked that they said they're not doing a Wolverine controller.
I thought they was going to do a custom console wings. I mean, the PlayStation one just got naked little wings. Just make little wings for that little thing. Like you can have all the fun that you want with it, and they get mad at you when you go to what is it, D plate or whatever the hell that is.
Right.
Yeah,
Brand.
if you take off those wings and you put on those, you void your warranty. Man, shut the hell up, man. I don't put the wings on it that I want to put on this thing. I'll leave my PlayStation there butt naked. Just leave it off. Just leave the wings out. Just let it lay there on the floor.
Wingless.
PlayStation looking like it's smoking.
I've got the PS5 Pro, and I don't think they've put out, other than Ghost of Yotei, which sold out immediately, and I didn't get them, and I'm sad. But like, they have had no side plates.
Well, because ain't nobody buying that thing though.
Well, it's weird. Like the only time. Oh, all right. So maybe the Pro in general, I understand.
Yeah.
But like, they've only done Yotei, and those sold out like immediately, and they never even like made more.
Because they made 50 of them.
Yeah,
I'm messing with them.
it's annoying because like I accidentally bought the wrong ones, and so I was like,
so you bought the one for the base?
Yeah, I ended up canceling the order before it shipped, but like I was so mad at myself. But yeah, like I just have a plain white PlayStation 5 Pro, and
he went back to me too. Don't worry about it. He went back to customer service and said, "I wanted Magnums. I ain't want the regular ones. I said Magnum. Do you know how rough that is? I couldn't do what I needed to do."
Yeah. I don't know. Somebody said there is a Wolverine controller, but I haven't seen it yet.
It is not no Wolverine controller.
Yeah, I thought they said they weren't doing any of that stuff. Yeah, and that's crazy to me because like the PlayStation, the Spider-Man 2, everything sold out like immediately.
That I wanted that so bad. When Blaze 4K cut his joint in half, first of all, I would have brought him a regular PlayStation to cut in half. Give me the damn PlayStation. Anything Marvel, stop playing around with it like that. You're doing it dirty, boy. But it's certain things like, because I still got my Gears of War 360. My best Xbox One was my Call of Duty one. And I was part of the preview program, and it bricked my console. Mad as hell. I was mad as hell. I mean, they sent me another one, but I was mad as hell. And it was like, oh, here you go. But they didn't send me back the Call of Duty one. They gave me credit and gave like money and gave me a base. Like, no, I don't want the base. I want what I had. Stupid. But I like, and I had the Star Wars one. I like when you press the button on the Gears one. It was like, like I like that. I like the bells and the whistles. But they don't do it no more. And the problem with that is there are people that will buy multiple of your console based upon the different iterations that you make of it. I honestly believe that later on, and in this generation particularly, the reason why they're walking back from those things is because the manufacturing and distribution plants don't deliver on a timely fashion. So I think you will have to be like at least 2 years out or a year and a half out in making that skin, making that mold, and do the pre-order. And I think they do it in such a small number. That's the reason why. And immediately they sell out. Like he said, he went looking for it, and they probably had something like less than 100,000 of them, probably like 50,000 of them. And I think that's bad. I think you really need to start leaning into that more. Those translucent Xbox look fantastic. Make a red one, make a blue one, do different colors with it. Play around, and it should have been lighting up inside. Like when you put your disc inside, it lights up and it whirls around, or makes a sound like Master Chief. Something. But I don't know. That's just me as a collector.
I had to go get this. I had to dust it off because it's kind of hidden. You want to see something cool? Look at this.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick.
I don't know how I did it, but I somehow won this from Best Buy.
It's crazy.
It's the Xbox One X Solo edition.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's dope, bro. That's real dope. Dope.
I think it's one of like 6 in the world.
Yeah. You'd be on eBay acting a fool.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever sell that thing, but
yeah, you could put it on eBay and just pull it like, nah, never mind. Like,
well, you know what's wild? There's like, I think there's only like 5 or 6 of them in the world, and one of the other someone won one from Aaron Greenberg, and I know him, and he lives like 5 towns over from me.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wild.
So there's like 2 of them within like a 12-mile radius of me. So it's kind of crazy.
And I heard when they touch, it turns into a black hole.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything special. It's just kind of skin. But
I'm trying to get CMoney riled up. Hey, what's up, man? What's happening?
Let me get Emmanuel real quick. Emmanuel, what's up, homie? Thank you for being here.
Thank you for rocking out.
So salute to King David and On Point. Thank God my day-and-day Game Pass games are safe.
No, they not.
That was the biggest thing. Yes.
No,
yes,
they are not. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. You might not want to hear it, but it's gonna happen. I say around August, they're gonna restructure a lot of Game Pass. Now, day and date is really good and really safe because you saw a lot of that stuff. But what I'm thinking, to be honest with you, a lot of third-party titles like Persona 6 and all that other stuff, they're going to have a lot of those deals going down. That's why they keep talking about mergers and acquisitions as far as third-party exclusives, getting them inside Game Pass, make sure they play Xbox Play Anywhere inside Game Pass. And in order to do that, you got to do different things to, spice it up. But I honestly believe they're going to start bringing more value to the platform. So don't worry about it. But I think they're going to mix it up as far as price-wise when it comes to tiers. They're going to do some unconventional things.
I mean, listen, as long as my day and dates are there, as long as the quality, I mean, what they showed us at Showcase is all I can ask for. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I want. I want them to look at their Showcase and say, okay, Showcase means is our first party, and it's our Game Pass deals. And for the bigger ones, it's our Xbox Play Anywhere deals. Every game that was shown was either Xbox Play Anywhere, Game Pass, or first party. That's
I'm down for that.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, I'm down, bro. And then that's how I lost my knees. I lost my knees thinking Grand Theft Auto 6 was going to show up on a goddamn stage and everything was Play Everywhere and inside Game Pass. And I was like, this is not going to end well for me.
Exactly. Because
no
that's
way
the thing.
Going to Game Pass.
I would have, if you would have asked me or talked to me about it, I would have told you, dog, that's not going to happen because I don't think Xbox is going to do anything that's not Game Pass or Xbox Play Anywhere. I think for their Showcase, I think that's the play. Just going forward. Like, I don't think they're going to do a Showcase where they're showing us random stuff that anyone could see anywhere, especially now with this whole new joint. So let's get into
it. Was one person that sat down with me and explained exactly why that wasn't there. But go ahead.
Well, let's talk about some of that because there is a big, I mean, look, we talked about the Showcase on Tuesday, but having you guys here, I would love to kind of see where you guys sit with it. But obviously going in to Showcase, there was a huge, exclusives versus day and day on Game Pass. And people were trying to say, get rid of Game Pass get rid of Game Pass day and date for exclusives. And there's a whole back and forth. And leading up to it, I obviously got really involved because Game Pass is it's fire. You know what I'm saying? Like it is.
It's no joke, bro. When it comes to gaming and having a subscription, that's where it is.
Absolutely. So like that being the thing, I was really concerned. So I went on this crusade to be the voice of Game Pass for a little bit.
We appreciate it, babe,
because everybody seemed so willing to get rid of it. And then Showcase comes and they're giving both, right? And there was a lot of people. There was a lot of people in the chats and stuff saying, "Well, they could do both. They could do both." And I was like, "Yeah, they can, but will they?" Turns out, yes, they did. So, what are you like? What are your feelings on how they delivered exclusive games to the people who want exclusives? And do you think the way they did it is sufficient or enough, or what is the idea? And can you pop off?
I was on the fence of exclusives. I don't give a damn. Be real with you, 100%. Give me my damn exclusive, baby. I was right there, son. I don't care what we need to do. Take it away from you. Yeah. Popeye's biscuits. I want to see you cry. Yo, that's all I want to
he sings just like you, babe.
Yo,
yeah. That's what we do.
a duet. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we do. That's what married men do.
I see.
That's how we got y'all. That's how we got y'all.
Right?
Exactly. Finally, somebody had to say it.
That's the hustle. But no, serious. In all seriousness, I really wanted them to delist everything from over there. I don't give a damn. But they found a way. I didn't have to make a decision. They understood what was best for the brand. Like I told you, if it was up to me, I'll sync the brand. I don't care. I'm a console warrior. I don't care. I need to win this fight, right? So, I don't care. So, but they did it.
Unlimited rounds,
Right?
Bruh.
Unlimited rounds. Oh, we gave with that one. No worries. It's still the fight is still going.
Listen,
we got another round going. We got another round.
You shall ask.
Do you know the spin the block level? Like, come on, man. Like, I would have all of them on a show. Like, I would have them all on the show. Just to have animations of me curb stomping them out. Just it's fun. It's fun though. It's fun. Like, not realistic, you know what I'm saying? Just fun. Because
Sure.
They do it to me all the time. So I have fun with them.
Yeah.
But no, I'm so happy with exclusives being there. The biggest pop in the building was E-Day was never going to see the light of day over there. And then they spun the block with Matt Booty coming out and say, guess what, man? Clockwork Revolution ain't going to be there either.
That game looks so good. I'm saying.
Yes, it looks so fantastic. You know what you're not going to see at the bottom of that? A PlayStation logo. And that's what I love. You know? And then, day and date with the Persona 6 inside Game Pass. Yes, of course, I was going to buy it anyway. But regardless of what, thank you so much. I appreciate your hard work. All those games came over. I love Xbox Play Anywhere more so because I have my ROG Ally X. It's the synergy of that whole thing. We got everything that we asked for. We got exclusives. We got Xbox Play Anywhere. And we got day and date and Game Pass. Boom. And they're going to make it work. Now, what does that end up with later on? I don't run the business. But what I can say is my YouTube numbers is good. Asha's good for business. I'm just saying. Saying. Right? Listen, this console warrior thing, the fact that she's embracing the smoke, because the other dude, listen, Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, first of his name, he was kumbaya. He didn't want it. He told you we're friends. We need to grow in the ecosystems. They're partners. No. Asha says, if a nickel bag is sold in a park, I want in. You understand?
Did you catch? I know CMoney caught her. I was very jealous. He got the picture before they kind of cut everybody off. Did you see her walk on campus at Playdays? Like, she had the Forza jacket on, the aviators. Like, she looked like a mafia boss walking around. Like, she had
seriously, and that Forza jacket was dope.
Yeah, she looked like she knew where she was and she owned the whole space.
She looked like this. That's
I would say that is
my watch is taking up all the space, but
I do. That does look like how I remember it.
Yeah, she okay. So let me tell you how the shades happen, right? So when I took a picture with Matt, I didn't have my shades on, right? So we both took the picture without the shades, and I had said something to her. I said, "Oh man, I never get a chance to catch up with you." He said, "Yeah, we're always missing each other." He said, "You don't really care for me anyway. You like talking to Phil." I'm like, "Yeah, right." So I'm like, "Oh, we taking a picture," and I said, "Oh my God, I didn't have my shades. Hold on, we gotta take another one." So he go, "Oh, we doing shades?" So he goes and he pulls the shades out of his bag. I think he had a bag or something there, or a jacket or something. And he pulls the shades out and he puts the shades on. So I got a picture without the shades and with the shades. But she had her shades off and she was off to the side. And then I turn around, she got her shades on. And I'm like, yo, Prince, let's take this picture. And we took a picture. And right after that, because I was getting ready to start asking, I had one question I was going to ask her. and then Greenie pop on. Once me and Greenie get going, it's just stupid. We're just dumb from there on. So we just like an Oreo cookie. We just sitting there hugging each other, like old high school friends or something. It's kind of weird, but yeah. So yeah, so they did their thing, but yeah, that part.
Yeah, it was dope. It was definitely dope. So, J-Shock,
I think you need to stop everything and just acknowledge that you just got 50 gifted.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. That's our boy Spartan 661.
Awesome.
It does not matter what I have to say. Give that man his flowers.
Y'all know what to do.
Come on, baby.
Put the mother effing welcome to the family emoji in the chat. Welcome our newest members, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us tonight. And of course, our boy Spartan 661.
Spartan, bro, thank
Shout
you
out
so
to the
much.
homie.
Appreciate
y'all know
you.
what to do. Go ahead, go into the chat right now. Put the emojis in there. Shout out your boy Spartan. All right, let him know how you feel. Let him know that he's appreciated. Shout out to you, man. Spartan.
Thank you, bro.
Appreciate you, homie. Thank you.
I don't even remember what the question was anymore, man. I get so lost in King David's aura. Like that man, I could listen to him sell water.
Oh, that's so dope.
Man.
I appreciate you. But every time I come here, I'm going to be a little bit more extra, is because I try to give them the best entertainment value. So when they look back at this stuff right there, they was like, yo, it was never a dull moment with that crazy dude.
No.
Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, I love these guys. I got a really boogie right now. See,
yep.
And listen, I love you to death, Doodle. You, sir, I got to talk with some people, then I'm going to put you in the right directions and make that happen or whatever.
Okay.
Mr. Shock. What's crazy is you explained to me about Darth Revan and Malik.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't understand. I had to run when you said that because I had an interview at that time.
Oh,
I would have talked to you for 45 minutes to an hour if I didn't have that next meeting.
Yeah.
Because little known fact, people don't understand, XM Studios didn't have a ton of Star Wars statues. I do have the Darth Maul that's over here. They did have the Yoda, the Luke, and a couple of others, but that Darth Revan and that Malik is probably one of the most sought after pieces because they are connecting pieces.
Yeah.
They are dio. And the fact that you said that you had that, I was just like, I am so envious of this dude. And then you pulled out those cards right now. And I could, for the life of me, I tried to get there to get into to play, but my schedule was booked. And I asked Addict, why didn't you have me over there playing Magic the Gathering this year? You didn't see it said Marvel? He said, oh, I didn't think you was interested. I was so livid. And I saw those wonderful, beautiful cards. Sir, I appreciate you. I appreciate you showing up today. And I appreciate you even talking statues with me. Us nerds got to stick together at all times, bro. And you made my day. So, again, I appreciate you. And he had me sign a Pokemon card, which was dope as hell. So,
to be fair, that wasn't me. That was Edith.
No, I mean, but you brought him over.
Yeah. Edith is awesome. She's the best. I will say this, and I have not said this anywhere else, and I'm going to be very vague. I saw somebody when I was getting an Uber wearing a T-shirt of a company that makes video games that rumored to be possibly making a remake of my favorite video game of all time, which might happen to have the two characters we were just mentioning. It has been in somewhat of a purgatory. We don't know what's going on. And
Yeah.
all I said was, that's my favorite character. Do I have reason to have hope? All I want to know is if I can have hope. He said you can. And I said, that's all I need to know. He said things take time. And I'm like, good enough for me. So you can take from that what you will. That's all I don't want to like say too much because that was like just two dudes that were wearing Red Sox hats talking at an Uber stop. You know what I mean? So
I appreciate you, sir. You just send me to sleep with nice dreams.
There you go.
So I catch you guys later. Until next time.
You love you, bro. Thank you for rocking out.
Daylight. Blessings.
Appreciate
Always.
you, dog.
Always.
Peace,
I'll be back soon. Peace.
That's what's up, man. Peace out. You good? Oh. All right.
I appreciate you pairing me with him. Made me look average.
That's wild.
He's awesome. Like I felt I got lost in the show, to be honest with you. Like he's dope. I like I said to him, it's the first time we actually had an exchange in person at Playdays, but Cognito I go back with a few years, and I love that dude. That dude's awesome. He's always like so positive, and he actually said something to me, and he told me that like he wanted to make sure I understood that like before like crossing paths like business wise and all this, like it's like I want you to know like I was a fan before I met you. Like I've followed you a long time, and that's it's one of those you never know who's watching things, and that's crazy to me because that's like a really respected dude. You know what I mean? And here's just little old me. I don't think too much of myself. I just keep showing up every day, put my nose down, do the work, and whatever happens, happens. So it's kind of crazy to walk in those
mentality, Jay. That's the mentality. Like it's crazy because like you're also amazing, and like I feel like you need to know that.
I appreciate that, but we're all like our own critic, right? Bro. But
True.
Be proud of your boy here. He lit up every room he was in.
Thank you.
Mr.
I'm
CMoney.
really proud of him.
Appreciate it.
He went over there and doing his thing, and man,
I am like so glad our paths crossed. I really am. Like we haven't like necessarily linked up a bunch of times since then. I think this might actually been the first time I saw you in person since the first time, and like I'm just like I said, I'll just pop in, see what you guys are doing. You always have like a nice crowd. Everybody's so engaged, and I'm just like, I love the fact that we have that story. You know what I mean? And I love having stories like that to share with people. And yeah, man, it's awesome. It is so cool to like see CMoney in his element lighting up the room.
I appreciate that, man.
Thank you, Jay.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it definitely was a fun time for sure. And of course, you saw me every time I saw you, right? I was like,
yeah,
Jay, you know what I'm saying? Like
hugs every time.
Yeah, man. Every single time.
I have to say, like, it's hard because like, we're like 3,000 miles away from home, and like I knew a couple people here and there, but I was mostly there on my own, you know what I mean? So my wife's a teacher, so she couldn't come. They're not out of school for like another 2 weeks. So
yeah.
Shout
out to your wife, man. You guys are so cute.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it.
Absolutely.
I'd give her a shout out, but I think she's already in bed. Teacher hours, you know what I mean?
I was gonna say, yeah.
Right thing. She's doing the right thing. She's doing the right thing.
Yeah. But I want to say something though. I don't know what you did in your off hours, but we went to Little Tokyo, and that I don't remember the name of the restaurant we went to. It's in my phone somewhere. I had some of the best, like, I don't know if it was actually Japanese food or if it was like a fusion, but like some of the best food I've ever had in my life there. Really? That is one of the main things I wanted to do when I went this time. Cause like the hotel I stayed at had a Shake Shack next to it. And like, that's good enough for me. I don't need to go anywhere. It's right there. I know I have access, but I've been to LA so many times, and I find that I never get to go out and do anything. It's always like work. Mm-hmm. And we finally actually did something like outside of gaming. Just, like I said, Edith was in the chat earlier. She drove down from just outside of San Francisco, and so she drove us to little Tokyo. So cool.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I think you were telling me about that. You went and you had a good meal over there.
Oh yeah, like
every time I was going back to the hotel to like get stuff done. One night I went down to Hollywood because there's one place that I always go when I go to Cali, and was it Mel's?
Yes.
Mel's Diner?
Okay.
No, it's not. You call it a diner, but it's not.
It's called
Mel's Place or something. I'm not sure.
Something, but it's right in Hollywood, right off the.
Is it like across from the Chinese theater?
Right in that general area.
I think I might know. Do they have like good milkshakes there?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I've been there.
The Nutella milkshake, bro.
I've been there. Yes. I went there. So I went for the Mortal Kombat 11 reveal, and I got there like really early in the day. So I just took a Uber down there just to like see the Walk of Fame. It was like the first time I had seen that. And I just happened to end up in there. And I remember that was really good. And we did have Mexican, at the place the Dolby Theater was at, there was like this random little Mexican restaurant. And so first of all, Edith and her brother are from Mexico. So I was trusting their judgment on us, or they're Mexican. So I was like, get me some good Mexican food. Yes. And we just randomly ended up at this place. Best burrito I ever had in my life. I swear to God. Like it was like a chorizo and chicken burrito, and it was just insane. So I got the two things I wanted. I wanted something good, some good Asian food and some good Mexican food. And this is like the first time it all came together on one of these LA trips. And I'm stoked.
That's what's up, man.
You want to talk games? I want to talk food. I'm sorry. I'm just,
Listen, I mean, we can talk about food for hours, bro.
Exactly.
It's not a wasted conversation here.
Nope.
I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and jump into this letter. All right. I don't know if you had a chance to see it, J-Shock, but Asha put up a letter that has me there's a lot kind of coming from it. So I figured we can just kind of read it together. Yep, go through it and see what's going on. So obviously we just had this dope ass weekend. Let me see if I can get this thing out of here. Where is it? Yeah, let me check this out. So we had this dope ass weekend, right? Xbox Showcase fire, right? Giving away consoles, Oprah style. I mean, everything was phenomenal. And then, we come back and then this message goes out. Now, she did, to be fair, beforehand, right? A few weeks ago, Asha did go out there talking about there's going to be some tough decisions that need to be made and tough choices and all this other stuff. And we speculated at that time what that might mean. Does that mean they're going to shut studios down? Does that mean they're going to cancel games? Does that mean they're going to lay off people? We didn't know. It was freaking me out a little bit, right? Well, now she revisits it with this. Okay, so this is the tweet, and then there's a link that we're going to go to. But her tweet from Asha was, we just shared with our team the realities we need to navigate as we work to reset the Xbox business. We won't succeed by hiding hard truths, nor will we succeed by doing the same thing and expecting different results. And then see the notes here. So we'll see the notes here together. I mean, on the face of it, that's powerful statement, right? Like, that's great. Like, we can't keep doing the same thing, right? If we want to have a different result. 100% bars, right? Those are just facts at this point.
I mean, proceed with caution, because she's saying kind of like we got to face reality. Things have to reset when it comes to the business. We're not going to hide anything, which means that there are some tough things coming our way. And you know, your mind goes to, oh, they're cleaning the house. They're like, what is changing? Because I think that we're used to the idea of Xbox, all these studios, Xbox, all these games, Xbox with Game Pass, the massive console that's heading our way. So what are these changes that sounds so drastic, and what is that going to mean to us? That just from that headline, that's what I'm getting, right? So
I mean, that's the thing, right? So there's a lot that can come from this, and then we're gonna go through this and then have to go to another post that kind of came out. But this is from Asha and Matt. What I'm starting to realize is that every time they write something that's, like this, it's always from Asha and Matt. Like Asha is trying to have Matt, as a part of every one of these. So, but let's say so we heard her say that her first 100 days was to learn and do all this stuff, and then the next 100 days is to reset the business. Well, this is where she's talking. Says next 100 days, Xbox reset. Team. Again, this is a message that was sent to Team Xbox employees globally. All right, so this is what everybody got. Team, over the first 100 days together, we have started to revive Xbox. Our platform teams have already shipped more updates in the last 100 days than during the prior year combined. We now have more active partners on Xbox than ever before. Our Game Pass team set to work fixing our offering, and after 8+ months of decline, our service has started to grow again. She's pulling out all the dirty laundry.
All of it. All of it.
Like all the dirty laundry is out in these streets. Asha.
The window.
Yo, dead ass. Like Asha. Like I feel
Hold
you.
up.
I feel you. You want to keep it a buck. I get that. But like she's really like transparent.
Seriously.
Transparent is a glass. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes,
still a barrier.
Between she broke through that glass. She opened the window. Yeah. She opened that door. I love Gen X Gamer says next 100 days, pull out the belt. Not the correa, man. Not the chancleta.
Facts.
Woo.
This is crazy, but it's true. So after 8 months of a decline, our service started to grow again. Now, real quick, hold on. How long did we have the $30?
Oh, that's a great question. How long? When did yes. Hold up. Let me look that up.
Right? When did that increase start? Because I feel like it was less than 8 months, wasn't it?
Let's check.
I don't know. I just pay.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm in the boat. We just keep
when I was not affected by the update because like I play Fortnite, so all they did was roll in. They rolled in the $10 I was already paying. Yeah,
we saved $2.
Yeah, so
people are mad that I wasn't mad. It's like, dog, I started making money off of this. Like you know what I'm saying?
We started saving money.
Now we saved even more money technically. So
yeah,
Oh, in late 2025. It went up to $29.99.
Okay,
it wasn't it?
Probably been 8 months then.
Yeah,
because we're in June. That's 6 months, and then late September, October, November, December, one of those months. So 8 months around there. So basically, as soon as they went to 30, it was a decline.
Yeah.
So if it's 30, Powerball says October.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around the Call of Duty situation. I don't know if it was right after, like when the game dropped.
Okay, So basically, it's the $30 joint that happened, and then now we know that she lowered the price and it started to grow again. Great, that's what they did, and it worked out. And through Player Voice, we have a 24/7 channel to hear directly from players, creators, and developers, and we know that they've already checked off boxes there, right? Like I'm sure they went back, and said. Filled out the little thing that says, "Hey, we fulfilled this request for the exclusive joint." All right, with Xbox Game Showcase and the return of FanFest, we brought together hundreds of millions of fans globally. We reintroduced exclusives with Gears of War E-Day in 2026 and Clockwork Revolution in 2027. Players can continue to expect signature exclusives from us every year. In parallel, Playground Games reminded us that established franchises can achieve incredible new heights. These results are early, but they demonstrate what is possible when we move faster, stay close to our community, and align behind a shared vision. We have made mistakes and will continue to make them, but what matters is that we listen, learn, and adjust the course where needed. Remember, our fans are rooting for us. Now, well, let's before we go in, because the next part is going to be the bam bam, where things are listed out. Just the first half of this, right? Spelling out what she's accomplished in 100 days. Of course, good stuff, right? She's done a lot in this time. She did slander, the previous reign, right?
Essentially,
I've done more in 100 days than they did in the last year.
I think, I hear that, but I also think that we're talking about completely different situations. I think when you're coming in to make changes and to make things happen, that's a whole different scenario, right? You're coming in to fix things. And so with that comes a lot of quick decisions and you got to move fast because there's a situation to be resolved. And so when, they were there before, it was just a continuance in speaking about what changes can they make to improve something rather than urgency. Now go fix it. You're coming in to do so and kind of, clean the house and organize, right? So I feel like those were completely different approaches. The obviously you come in with intent, and Phil and Sarah were there, and also they got a lot of heat for some of the changes that they made, and they were trying to make sure that they proceeded without damaging the brand, and a lot of what they fed people had to be spoon-fed, right? People didn't like the changes, but they still had to proceed in such a way with very delicate way. So it's easier, and I'm not saying that her job is obviously is I'm not saying it's not tough, but when Phil and Sarah had taken so much heat from the prior decisions that needed to be made, when you're talking to the community and solving some of the issues here and there with the decision making, I think it's because of the damage control that you're coming in to do. It's got to be impactful, those decisions that you make, even if they're small.
Agreed. And I mean, it's clear she wants everybody to know all the things that she's done, right? That's her resume. She's building that up, and she's doing a great job, right?
She is.
But she did reintroduce the idea of exclusives. And I think, I think King spoke on it, but I don't think Jay, you got any words in about how you feel about the fact that they brought back exclusives. Were you missing them? Were you upset that they weren't here? Are you glad that they're back? Or
I just want them to make money and keep existing. You know what I mean? I have an Xbox, I have a PlayStation, I have a Switch, I have a PC. I can play any game I want to play. My primary platform is Xbox, and I want to keep it being the Xbox. So whatever they have to do to make that happen is I'm all for. If they decide, I do understand where people come from when they're like, oh, well, if you don't have exclusives, it doesn't matter. Because why would I get that? Well, because you enjoy playing on Xbox. I like the ecosystem more. I think you get more out of it. I will say PS5 is, I enjoyed it more than 4 and 3. But exclusives, I think there's only like a small handful of exclusives I've played on PlayStation that I'm like, okay, I'm glad I have this. You know what I mean? And most of the games I play are on both platforms anyway. So it doesn't affect me as much, but I do understand where, your core hardcore Xbox gamer is at when like, no, we need these to be for us and only us. You know what I mean? So if that is what has to happen, then so be it. You know what I mean? It was definitely weird. It's definitely weird to see Master Chief and Dom and why am I blanking? The Gears
Marcus.
guys. Yeah, Marcus and Dom on a blue game part. You know what I mean?
Cover,
like like it's a little weird. Outside of like Fortnite, but it is what it is, and I hope that they made their money off that. But going back to the basics and kind of, keeping it where it needs to be. I thought that's why they bought Activision. I thought they bought Activision so they could say, oh, you want to play Fallout, you want to play the Elder Scrolls 6,
You mean
come
Bethesda.
over here. You know what I mean? Or that's Bethesda. Yeah, Activision, Call of Duty, want to play Call of Duty, you got to come over here. But Bethesda too, you know what I mean? Like I thought that was kind of the point, and I don't know if it's ever going to get to that point, but I don't know. It doesn't necessarily affect me, but all I want is Xbox to keep going because that's where I prefer it, and whatever they got to do. And it seems like she's willing to do whatever needs to be done.
And that's the concern, I would say, that we got to get, and obviously these decisions were made right for a reason about having these games go on other platforms. And I believe that the way Matt Booty explained it, some games are bigger than the platform, was an excellent way to kind of put that out there. So my concern is that these decisions were made for a reason, and now pulling back from those decisions because of the the consumer's response to it, what will get affected because they had to backpedal and make those changes again. So we're going to be dealing, and we're going to be hearing obviously soon what the consequences are to those decisions that were made. But again, Jay, if they did this to begin with, they did it because there was a reason behind it. And now with that not being there, I don't know. How do you feel? What do you think? Because I also, I'm with you. Obviously, like we have the Switch, PlayStation. So we got Nintendo, PlayStation, PC, Xbox. So it doesn't really matter. And I think when I did seeing obviously Master Chief and Marcus and the Forza game also go to PlayStation, Forza 5, and that's already been there. It's crazy because yes, you're like, okay, these games are Xbox games, but at the same time, when they go and they dominate like Forza did, right? There is also a sense of, wow, look at what our games that we've been playing that people continue to say that they weren't good enough, or that they didn't need to buy an Xbox because those games were not better than, let's say the games on PlayStation, right?
I mean,
Look at them buying them now and admiring and hyping them up. And so that's a whole other scenario.
They had to appreciate getting. I'm not a racing car game person. I'm terrible at racing games, but they had to appreciate getting an actual decent racing game for once, over on PlayStation when Forza went over there, because it had been a long time. So yeah, it is crazy to see that. Like, if you look at their top selling games for like 2025, I'm pretty sure like 4 of them were Xbox Game Studio games. It's pretty wild. So, like I said, I think it's good. They got paid. I don't know. I'm sure that like that was necessary, but it is definitely a very big clash of ideas between what Phil was trying to do and what Asha seems to be trying to do. And they obviously made a few deals that I don't think they're going to be able to get out of, because I think that's why they were talking about that today a lot throughout cyberspace. And it is what it is, but I don't know. I'm sure they've got some tricks up their sleeves, and as long as we get a next Xbox, whatever Helix is, I will say that number 3. I don't know if we got to that part yet. That
no, we didn't get there. Yeah, we're
that's a little concerning, because
that's the scary ones. There's some scary stuff in this list that we're gonna get to that leaves a lot to be a lot of openness there.
I'm not gonna go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
Go ahead, Jeff.
I'm not going to pretend I understand the way all the components and stuff work. I would think at this point in their life, Microsoft, I understand they're mostly a software company. I would think at some point in their life, they would have invested more into the infrastructure stuff. And I understand a lot of these AI companies are buying out all the component manufacturers. Somebody has to rise in their place, and I just don't know how that's not already starting to happen. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. These companies that were making, the memory and all that, they're off the market because they got bought out and went exclusive. So there are those minerals and resources are out there. Who else is going to fill that void? There's got to be somebody, right? You would think.
You would think. And I mean, look at Apple. Apple said, you know what, we're going to start making our own chips.
Exactly.
Right? They just kind of figured out hey, we got to just do it in-house. We can't be relying on these other people. Maybe that's what Microsoft is looking at. Maybe Microsoft is looking at it saying, we got to bring this inside. We got to stop going out to these other people.
Right. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying is I know they don't make so maybe it's hard to do for Xbox specific, but you would think that there would be a greater need to fill that void, and it would just be a smart investment, right? All these other companies are paying triple, quadruple, quintuple for all these same components. Well, yeah, you can make them for yourself, and then you can make them for other people too. You would think that would be a company that huge has enough capital to make that kind of investment. That's what I would think Microsoft should be doing, is starting to find a way to get into that business too. And that way they can take care of their own stuff in-house. But I also think when they talk about memory, you have to think about I know I have all right here. These here it is. These memory card things, right? This was not the smartest choice. And I think this is what she's talking about. It works amazing. You literally just unplug it and plug it right into the back of the console. And this one right here is 2 terabytes, and it's easy. But I don't like doing surgery on my PlayStation to put in the one I have there. But that one costs a third of what this is. And the one on my PlayStation is 4 terabytes. So, I think that's part of the problem too. And maybe that's what she's talking about here when they talk about what they're going to have to do with Helix, is find a way to change. That's a huge change to make. What are these, NVEs or something like that? Is that what they're called?
Yeah. NVMEs, I think.
Yeah. Maybe that's what she's talking about, is they're gonna have to shift away from that, and that's a huge investment they made to doing the more traditional, and not necessarily. I feel like they did that because they made deals with partners, and they are super expensive. You know what I mean? So I think that was not their best choice, especially from a consumer perspective. You can go get these, all these different off-brand memory, sticks.
I mean, the convenience is fire, like you said, right? To be able to just that, but they needed to figure that out,
right,
and not rely on somebody else. They needed to make this thing because I feel like they are the ones who did it. because they built the. I mean, the other company couldn't have built the connector that goes into it, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like this is probably a Microsoft design that they then had an outside partner, fabricate for them and do it.
I don't know. I don't know how, like, because I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know what those things cost to make, how much is like profit, you know what I mean? Over like, because I think I worked for Bose for a little while. So like I understand that like it's not just the cost of the parts, right? There's the cost of the development, there's like all the investment into designing it and whatever. So like there's more than just, oh, it only costs like $5 to make and you're charging $700 for one of these. Like I think I have with the 4 terabyte one, I think I paid like more than I want to admit that I paid for it. It was like $550 when I bought it. But like that's a lot for 4 terabytes of memory, you know?
Agree.
But
it's like like early 2000s prices.
Yeah. I mean, I remember. So I used to do concert photography in like the early like 2000s, basically the 2000 to like 2013 or so. And I remember my first like memory stick for my camera was like 64 gigs, and that cost me like $250. You know what I mean? And now you can get like one of like literally the same thing right here in my hand, 128 megabytes. You could probably get this for like $40. You know? So
that's crazy, and that's how it's supposed to work, right?
Right.
But looking at the prices now of the industry, everything is just even
up.
Even the consoles that have been out for a while, they're raising the prices to that. So I can only imagine where we're heading.
Let's actually read number 3.
Yeah.
So since we're in,
but by the way, from that specific, the fact that she's moving so fast, right? So, and then the first 100 days were to learn, and the next 100 are to reset. We are going to see a lot of changes coming within these 100 days. Like this is very
laying out where the changes are.
This is going to happen.
I agree.
Rapidly.
So number 3, we'll go back to the other ones, but number 3 is we are in a hardware component crisis.
Ooh.
When I joined as CEO in February, the price we paid for console storage components was over 2 times as high as we paid last fall.
Oh, wow.
That's just from fall to February. That's
insane.
Like,
that's insane.
Amount of months, right? These costs have since doubled again.
Wow.
As we plan for the 2027 holiday season, we expect another significant increase, taking us over 5 times the prices we paid only 2 years earlier.
That's insane, bro.
It really is.
5 times, bro.
Crazy. Memory costs have followed a broadly similar trajectory. While the entire industry is facing a components crisis, we believe we have been impacted more greatly than many of our peers due to the choices we made over the last half decade.
Yeah, and that's
we are currently unable to make as many consoles as players want to buy, and we need a new business model and partnerships for hardware as we remain committed to Helix. Okay, so like this is the part that we have to dig in here, because they currently can't make them good, but she says we need a new business model and partnerships for hardware as we remain committed to Helix. So what do we think what this means? Because remember, it was Seagate was the exclusive person to begin with, right? And then WD, is that what they're called?
WD, yeah.
Western Digital.
Western Digital.
Yeah, so WD have gone ahead and got added to the group, but then that's where it ended, right? Like there's no one else making it, and the idea was that at some point there was supposed to be more people making them, but maybe they just didn't see the value. Like these other companies, nobody wanted to get in bed and make these, things that they could only sell to a subset of people, right? Like it's not like the PlayStation scenario where it's just a generic, hard drive or whatever, that little memory shit that you put in there, right? Like it's generic. You could put it there, you could put it in your PC, you could put whatever you want. Where that other thing is strictly for the box. So when they're making this, they can't sell it anywhere else or to anyone else other than.
So it's not worth as much.
No,
yeah,
they
and
never, I don't know if they were ever had ambitions to bring it to PC, like to allow you to have like a slot there. I don't know, but
certainly would be nice.
Right?
I do not like doing any surgery to my computer whatsoever. Like I'm not techie enough for that. I went to
I don't want to brag, but I built my own PC.
The one that shattered?
And it died.
Yeah.
But I did build it.
Yeah, no, don't do it, Jay.
I went out to what's that store? They've got one in Boston. Can't think of what it's called right now. It's basically just Nerd City. And nice. I went and had the PC built there. After previously going through Dell all the time. And I'm on 4 years on it, but if something goes wrong, I gotta go all the way to Boston because I ain't Googling nothing. I can't fix any of that myself. It does sound like the way they built the box is a blessing and a curse. Not fraud. Why can't I think of it? Hold on, I can figure it out. I don't know. My brain's a little.
A couple decades.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, for sure.
My brain's a little fried. Today was the recovery day. I got nothing done. Micro Center.
Oh, Micro Center. Yeah.
Yeah, we got one of those out, like just Alston, and it's nice, but I spend too much money every time I go there, so I try not to. Thankfully, it's an hour away. But that's a lot of scary words, but like I think PlayStation sees they're going through it too. Like Nintendo Switch is going through it too. Everybody's having to raise their prices because of the components. Xbox came out and said it first. And everybody was like, haha, but then PlayStation did it. Yep. And then now Nintendo's doing it. Everybody is facing the same problems. And it's all somebody said it in your chat, like the data centers, like they're taking all the components and parts and it's making everything else more expensive for everybody else. And people are stuck at, well, this console has always cost as much money. How are you going to sell me the same thing for more? Well, everything costs more now. You know what I mean? And there are people that are not going to accept that, but that's where we're at. And until there's new manufacturers that come out and start building those things, we're going to be there for all of tech for a while, because I'm not a big AI fan. I don't care about it. Like I'm not hardcore against it like a lot of people, but these data centers are starting to convince me that maybe we're getting a little too involved there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now it gets me. It says like we need a new business model. What business model? Like, are we talking? So for me, when I hear that, I feel like that's OEMs. Right? I feel like that's them saying we need to not still be making this same console that we've already made a ton of. If we're going to keep making more, why don't we let other people start making it?
Okay.
Right. Listen, we've heard about this.
Yeah.
With Helix, right? Like since Hargeet has been talking about it for a long, long time, and then we've been on there where a lot of roads point to Helix.
I met him, by the way. Sorry to cut you off. I want to say I did meet him.
You met Hargeet?
Yeah, because I recognized him from your show. And I did say hi to him.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Good dude. But yeah, he's still out there. That's why he wasn't going to be around for the show.
Gotcha.
But that's been a lot of the conversation, right? Possibly getting OEMs to do this, and I feel like this is her way of kind of saying like, yeah, like we're gonna make our own box, like we're committed to Helix. They're gonna make the box, but they don't want to foot the bill to make the volume that is needed to be made, and getting partners to kind of do this version. Because remember, Helix is going to also be an Xbox and a PC married together, right? So
yeah. Do you have the ROG? The ROG Ally X?
Yeah, I didn't put it back upstairs yet, but it's right.
I had it for like 2 weeks, and then I brought it back because I bought it specifically because sometimes I have trouble recording PC gameplay, and when I outputted the video from it to my capture card, it was too choppy. So for the usage I wanted out of it, it didn't make sense to keep it. But I will say, if it's gonna be like that, they need a lot of work from my time with it, because I felt it was kind of slow going from like Steam to Xbox. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna pretend I spent a ton of time with it, but I'm hoping they can get those kinks worked out and make it feel a little bit more seamless. Because I did not get that vibe.
There's been a ton of updates.
Okay.
And I mean, I could say I use it like pretty religiously.
Yeah.
Just because for me, it's easier for me to hop on the handheld to play than it is to, make time to sit down in front of the TV to play. So I mean, it's been great for me. But I do get it, because like I was doing the Forza review, and I jumped around a lot. Like I did a lot of capture on Xbox mainly, and then I did some on the PC, and then another good chunk of it was on the Ally, the Xbox Ally X. And when I went to use that footage, I used it. It's in the review, so if you look at it, you'll see it. But like you can tell when it comes on, on a small screen, not so much. But if you're watching it like on a TV or tablet or something bigger, it's definitely doing way less. But when I play it, I don't feel that or see that. So but like they just released that new one, or they're just gonna release the new one with the OLED screen, which I would have been all over if it was more powerful. But
I don't necessarily mean like in game. I mean more like moving around the OS. You know what I mean? Like going from place to place and like getting to your games. That's kind of more what I meant. It felt a little clunky. And like once you get in the game, you're fine. But like I just feel like you move around the Xbox, it's seamless. Going back and forth, trying to like go into the menu and do something. It just felt a little clunky for me. And I say that having not spent a ton of time with it, but I left my experience with that. I left feeling, ooh, if this is what they're trying to do, I'm glad this is a test. They got some work to do.
Do you use Xbox mode on your PC?
No. So the reason why is because like I said, I have too many issues for whatever. Like even just today, I did an update for Streamlabs OBS, which I use to record, and I was getting like drop frame errors and lagging and everything, and that never happens. I end up having to revert my software back to the older version, and it's working okay. On regular OBS, I can stream just fine, but if I try to record, it's like a slideshow, and it makes no sense because I'm using the same settings on both. So now you try running a PC game as well. It makes sense. I have a 3080. It's not obviously the newest like graphics card, but like it's still pretty strong. I have 64 gigs of RAM. My PC should be able to handle this. But like So that's the reason why I wanted to get the Ally, is because I wanted to put it in dock mode. I wanted to run it through my capture card. And I thought it basically like playing a PC like through the capture card instead of what I've usually try to do. And it just didn't work out. So using the PC Xbox mode is no different. I've got the Xbox right there, so I might as well just do that, you know?
So the beauty of the PC Xbox mode, I mean the Xbox mode on PC is that when you do that, it shuts off all the BS of Windows. And it takes all of the power, everything that you have in your PC is literally just put towards the game. But it also works with other things.
Sure.
So if you're using, like, technically I can run this in Xbox mode, which might actually make it better. But you can run a lot through it actually. But it just makes it more concentrated. And I for one love it. It's anytime I'm gonna play any game, I always make sure I'm in Xbox mode. But as soon as if I need to do other stuff, you just hit Windows mode. Like, you literally, it's just like the handheld where you click the button and it goes up into like this multitask view, and then you can just go Windows mode and it just turns everything back on that's in the background.
There's something Windows 11. I hate Windows 11. Okay. I got bullied into upgrading. I didn't want to do it. When I was on Windows 10, things were fine. But then it just it gave me some message one day. I said, oh shit, today's the day. I have to upgrade. And I think I was wrong. I don't think I had to, but ever since I upgraded to Windows 11, there are like some websites that just don't work. Like Facebook just doesn't work. Twitch just doesn't work. Yeah, like they don't load. Like I just have like all these weird issues, and I cannot tell you how much time I've spent Googling and trying to find the answers, disabling things. So like there's a part of me that's like, maybe it's time to just start over, you know? But I also don't want to spend that much money on a new PC, especially when we're at this time where all these components cost so much. So I'm in a pickle where, you know, I don't really know what to do.
It's
like I spent like almost $6,000 on this computer. It should be a beast, you know. I mean, again, I could probably upgrade my capture card, but like I'm running 64 gigs of RAM.
What capture card do you use?
I'm sponsored by Elgato. So I use the Elgato 4K Pro. Which
nice.
Is that the 4K X whatever?
I have that one too. I've had like every capture card they make. You know, I have a Ryzen 7 9800 3X. It's 8 core, so maybe I could get better there. But you know, I don't know. I have 64 gigs of RAM. I feel like this thing should be able to do anything. But I mean, yeah.
I mean, I get frustrated with this stuff. To be honest with you, that's why whenever I buy anything when it comes to PC stuff, like I just buy like the most powerful one that's available at that time. So like I have the 4090. I haven't gotten the 5090 yet. I'm still waiting. What's gonna do it is when Nvidia says, hey, remember that beautiful AI thing that they did that the games look crazy. Well, that's going to be exclusive to the 50 series, I believe. So
once that happens,
I'm going to have to make that happen. But
I don't know.
Then they'll announce the 6090, and then
I know, right?
That's kind of what I'm waiting for. Is the next one? I feel like they're due to announce the next one at some point. I do have to ask, what is the RAM OC mean?
Overclocked.
Explain it to me like I'm 5.
Well, your RAM has a certain speed, so you can overclock that speed and make it run faster, which would have just increase the ability of your RAM. Now I'm saying that not knowing how to do that.
Okay.
I'm also not a, like I told you, I built this thing and it now is dead. So
and I don't think it's dead. You just have to like mess with it.
Well,
yeah. Listen, I've had to like fake it until I make it. hustle my way everywhere. I didn't study this stuff. I didn't like know this stuff. I taught myself. I've always just been a boots to the ground, nose to the grindstone kind of worker. You know, I never thought I would be sitting here playing video games on YouTube in the year 2026. But here we are, and I just try to like do it. Yeah, I could probably spend more time learning stuff, but it's intimidating, you know, like that's why I love Elgato, and not to be a big old you know, sponsor boy, but shill, if I could shill a little, you know, that's why I turned to them in the beginning, is because I just it's easy. You just plug it in, you run the software, and you're good. But
yeah,
it seems like it gets more complicated every day. I know I can Google these things, but like I'm trying.
it's a pain in the ass. That's
Yeah.
what the real thing is. It's just pain to have, because you're just like, you got other shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So like,
you just get down these rabbit holes sometimes. Like today, dealing with that like Streamlabs issue, like took 2 hours out of my day. Like that. Then I got people blocking me in my driveway when I'm trying to take the dog to the vet.
I saw your tweet.
Dude, my whole neighborhood heard my tweet today.
That's wow.
I'm like the nicest dude, man. I'm like not, I don't try to cause problems, but like block my driveway once and I yell at you, and then I'm gone and you block it again and I come home. No, we're not gonna. I'm done playing. I'm done playing nice, man.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. I feel
anyway.
that. Well,
Sorry.
look, obviously everybody's in the same pickle, right? You brought it up before, J-Shock, PlayStation, Nintendo. This is not a Xbox thing. This is a industry situation. It's a, as she says, it's a hardware component crisis. It's not just a for our stuff, right? So so I'm intrigued. I don't know what this means. Are they going to lean heavy on these OEMs? Are they going to be like, listen, you get the keys to the kingdom, right? You guys come in, we'll show you what we're making, and we're going to make ours, but we're not going to make a billion of these things. So we need you guys to go and make your own and go do it. I mean, look, Asus is already doing that with the handheld. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's go back to number one. So to preface it, she says, now we start the next 100 days. It is important to have both optimism and realism as we work to reset the business. Here are the realities that we need to navigate. Number one, over 1 billion players choose to play Xbox and our games each year. Is that low key like a new updated number?
That number seems, I saw that number and I was like, over a billion? Are you basically
500 million monthly active users? But if you think about what that means, 500 million monthly active users does that not mean that on any given different month it could be different users? Or is it this, when they say that, is it the same group of 500 million? Because maybe there is a billion different players. I don't know. It sounds like a big number.
That seems like they're like looping in every Windows owner that happens to load up the Xbox game bar accidentally.
You know, I mean, that might be a reality. Mm-hmm. That might be a reality. Maybe that's why they put the Xbox mode over there.
Because a billion players playing a total of 72 billion hours. That's what, 72 hours average per person. I mean, I don't know, man. That number,
that's 12. That's 6 hours a month.
Yeah.
1 hour. Well, she did say, to be fair, she said X many people play at least 1 hour a week. So if you play 1 hour a week, at least 6 hours a month, that's 72 months. You know, I'm sorry, 72 hours a year, and then a billion people, 72 billion hours.
I agree with what's I'm a big chat watcher, so I do agree with what Space Shot is saying. You know, personally, I think there's a billion players on Xbox and Windows, no matter what stores they're using. also bringing up Candy Crush.
I think, to be fair, they call it now Xbox mode.
Yeah.
On PC. So if you turn on that Xbox mode, you're in there. You know
and that's what I'm saying. And I feel like, go ahead and use that number. That's fine. I mean,
it can't just be all PC though, right? Because there's way more than 1 billion people with PC.
Yeah. So it's like you're in that ecosystem. That's, I think, what they're trying to do. That was always their goal, was to get everybody in the ecosystem. So I mean, that's counts for something. I don't know. That number just seems like one of those PR numbers where you're kind of playing with it a little bit.
Yep.
100%. All right. So over 1 billion players choose to play Xbox and our games each year. Well, hold on now, and our games. So now you're talking about where are their games sold, right? Call of Duty sold everywhere. Right, Minecraft sold everywhere.
Yeah. There's the loopholes.
She's starting to rack them up. But I mean, to be fair, it doesn't matter. That's 1 billion people they're making money from.
Yep. And that's cool.
No matter how you cut it. So they don't give a shit about the semantics. They care about where the dollars are coming from. Okay, so it says and it's for a total of 72 billion hours across console, PC, mobile, and streaming. Man, if we would have just read the whole statement,
if you would have just read
I'm just saying, we would have gotten the entire
I read the whole thing and still understood it, and I'm still a little curious on the numbers.
yeah. I mean, it's suspect. All right, excluding much of China and a few other properties, our franchises are also among the largest and most beloved globally, and are now breaking records in TV and film. Going forward, our competition is attention. Yo, let me ask you something real quick. Just a little side note. I feel like all these CEOs at Xbox have come out and been like, our competition is anything other than the other consoles that compete in our space. Right? Phil said it was Amazon, Google.
Yeah.
And now Asha's like, it's attention, it's people's time.
But that's a reality.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you are competing with TikTok and YouTube and Netflix. I mean, that's a reality. Like, people are going to choose to get their entertainment from playing a video game or watching, brain rot TikTok videos. Like, that's. I think because I know you guys have kids. My wife is a high school teacher, so like I get the kind of rundown of what she's dealing with, you know what I mean? Like it like Noel says, it's screen time, and they're not just looking at the video games for their screen time anymore. So that is a fair thing, for whether it was Phil saying it or her saying it. That's a fair thing to compare it with.
Agreed.
I agree. I think, even when people are on their phone, you don't want them on TikTok or Twitter or, Instagram. You want them playing a game, right? So you're competing with anyone's, time. And like a movie comes out, instead of watching a movie or going to the movies, hey, play the game.
Yeah. Also, go see Masters of the Universe, please. I want a second movie. Speaking of going to the movies, oh man, I loved it. It's not like a perfect movie. It's goofy. It's a cartoon movie. They nailed it, and I need there to be a second one. They left it in the perfect place for a sequel, and I really need it. So, please go see Masters of the Universe so it doesn't flop.
Just for you, bro.
All right.
I finally got Skeletor in Fortnite. Like. Of course, I was in California.
Oh my God.
I supported. I bought the Master of the Universe stuff. All right. I got them. He-Man and Skeletor. I got the gang. So I definitely support.
We got to get into Fortnite. I
Sorry,
need to get,
you
John
said
Wick.
going to movies. You said going to movies, and that was just the first thing that came into my head. Sorry, I had to interject.
All right, so going forward, our competition is attention. There are more great games, TV series, franchises, creators, content formats, apps, etc. than ever before. I mean, technically, we're competing with her, right?
Yes.
You know, we're instead of playing, we're doing this, right? And this is her beef. All right. So I mean, that one is more of just like she's just kind of putting out there that attention is the competition, but like I don't think I gotta be honest with you. I don't think that's a competition they can win.
No.
Because I don't think any person should be so obsessed with one thing.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like I am that for the most part, but I have you to help me balance out with the TV shows and the movies and such.
I don't think
but
they
I
have
think
to win though. I think they
agree.
just have to compete.
Yes. There's a
Facts.
difference.
Facts.
You're not going to take them out, right?
Right.
You just want to be a part of that conversation.
Just
part
need a
of,
bigger piece of the pie.
Exactly.
Yeah. I get that. That's a steep hill, because I mean, this is the problem though, right? Then you're not going to take a piece of pie from movies, TVs, and like that's just not happening. The people who like there's plenty of people who don't play games, right? That's the easiest thing you could do is sit down and watch TV, sit down and watch a movie, right? So basically what it boils down to is if you're just talking about getting a bigger piece of the pie, the only competition that you are now fighting with to get a bigger piece of the pie is PlayStation and Nintendo. Because that's the piece of the pie that you're fighting for, right? Like it's not any of these other things. People are not gonna be in the bathroom scrolling on TikTok and be like, oh snap, this is the time that I'm gonna go. Let me just play, right? I mean, technically you can if you have a handheld, but not many people have that, right? So, you know, that's a bigger issue. So if you really want to go ahead and compete, you need to have a device that is as easily accessible as that would make gaming as easily accessible as the other things you're competing with. You can't beat TikTok because TikTok's on your phone and it's easy to use and easy to take apart, take part in. TV shows and movies on your phone, boom, you just bang it out. You're done. YouTube on your phone, right? Like I look at the statistics, it's like 80 something percent of the people who watch it on mobile devices.
Oh wow.
That's just the reality. So like they're gonna have to, like, if they want to compete, it's a compete with attention. But if they're being real about competing with these other things, they got to develop or create a new format that'll allow people to game just as easily as they could scroll TikTok or watch TV, right? It has to be something that they can just open up their phone. And obviously there's games on phone. That's why mobile games are so popular, right? Because they're on your phone. But how can you do that when you need a controller for the most complex games on these consoles, right? I don't know.
Nintendo has pivoted very well.
They're trying for
yeah.
sure. Well, I mean, that's number one. All right. So that's a thing that I don't know how much energy they can, like how they're going to figure that out, but they'll do that. Number two, this one was a real, again, another crazy like truth bomb coming out here saying we will end this fiscal year at about a 3% accountability margin. Not for nothing. When you say at about, it's not more.
No,
it's not more because you would
rounding up.
You count every penny above your goal. But when you're below it, that's when you start saying things like about, it's about this, right? So that means it's less than 3% accountability margin that they're at. Down year over year, excluding Activision Blizzard King, over the past 5 years, we have spent over $20 billion on ongoing investments in our content, platform, and hardware subsidy. but our annual revenue has declined nearly $500 million during that time. Going forward, this cannot continue. So this is the one that got me. Okay? This is the one that got me because all right. There's no way you cannot account for like making your games exclusive, right? You cannot say that you know that this is going to increase the sales. You can't say it's going to guarantee increase the sales of the game. You can't say it's guaranteed going to increase the sales of your consoles, right? You can't say it's guaranteed to increase the sales of Game Pass. So if that's the case, if you can't guarantee that, right? If you can't guarantee that, the only thing you can guarantee is closing shit and letting people go.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sure there are a lot of people, like, as you acquire an Activision and a Bethesda and all these other companies that are already massive, I'm sure there's a lot of like human resource type people that are a little redundant. So I'm sure, I don't know if they've already kind of gone through those waves of whatever they need to do.
Have waves done already.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough market. And I think that I feel like they're probably talking a little bit about Game Pass. You know what I mean? I do feel like that is such. I always wonder how, like, you hear the studios that are like third party studios that get into Game Pass and they talk about how they make money off of it. And I always wonder how. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. There's so many things that could mean, you know? So I think, and obviously we are all in a position where we're going to microanalyze every word, but I honestly think we just kind of have to sit back and wait and see. I don't really know. I did see something about ads in games soon. Like something about exploring ads in games popping up online today. I will say one thing I've always thought is that
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I've seen it popping up the last few hours. I will say one thing that I never understood why they didn't do this. Like, Spider-Man did it, and some people made a little bit of a big deal about it. But like, you could fly around in Spider-Man, and you could stop off at like an Adidas store. You know, like an actual. So like, why not have like Grand Theft Auto would be the ultimate playground for testing this out. It would be so I would just think that like instead of having like this random fake gas station, why not just have a shell? You know, like why not get these companies to advertise within your game with real in-world places that you can go? So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly always thought that was cool. Like, I always liked the idea of real world coming in to the games. Like when I used to like cars, right? It was so annoying when Grand Theft Auto had all these fake cars. And then I remember Grand Theft Auto 4 on PC, I saw a bunch of mods and people were modding in like Mercedes and all these cars. It was like, oh, this is dope. Like, this is what I want. I want to drive around in these cars that I know, right?
So why not get paid by Mercedes to do it? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, they do that stuff in Forza, you know, like
all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can go find people who are willing to be like, yeah, we'll give you some money, make it our clothes exclusively. Our line of clothes are in there, right? Our sneakers are the only Nikes in this game, only Adidas in this game. Like
Fortnite's doing it.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, remember when we saw the trailer for Intergalactic?
Yeah, Intergalactic has Porsche.
Yep. Wasn't it Adidas as well?
Maybe. I don't remember.
So I feel like we saw like 2 or 3 advertisements in there. But yeah, why not?
Yeah. I mean, those are the little options they should be looking at. I think personally. And I know it's not like an apples to apples thing that you can do in every game, but I feel like there's opportunities there that are being left on the table.
I mean, I agree with you 100%. Movies do it, right?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think that is a bad thing to do. I think if you need to make some money, go do that. It's the least intrusive. If anything, it amplifies. Like I should see McDonald's, on the corner. You know what I'm
right?
saying? Like just make these things real. You could even partner with them in the future. But listen, before we go on to the next thing, because we're gonna be wrapping up relatively soon. We do gotta get our boy J Shock Blast out of here, man. Thank you so much for coming through.
I was trying to go the whole way, I promise you. But
no, man, no worries.
Bro,
Bro.
it was an absolute pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm so glad.
Back whenever. You're such a dope dude.
Yeah, the door is open for you
always.
Anytime. If you want, you could be on any show, bro.
Absolutely.
Well, I just want to say that I appreciate you guys, and honestly, every time I got to see you while we were out in California, it like felt a little bit like home. You know what I mean? Like, because I know you guys are local like me. So thank you for having me. I know I saw some of my people came in here. I put it in my Discord and everything. So and to all On Point for Gamers out there, you guys are awesome. Keep supporting these two. They're fantastic. They're working hard for you. And
thank you, Jay. Jay, real quick question.
Yes.
Did you go to PAX this year?
I did. Yeah, I only went for one. I only went for one day though.
Yeah, we're gonna try to go next year. We haven't gone back. Literally that year that we met you, we haven't been back. The next year was on Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah.
And then this past year I had work that kind of covered it up, and I kind of feel like an asshole, that we went to PAX and it kind of blew us up a little bit, and then we just never went back.
I've been to every single PAX except for one.
Really?
Yeah. Went to the first one.
That's crazy.
East. PAX East.
Yes.
East.
Yeah.
Nice. So. All right, man.
Thank you guys so much.
Going, bro. Appreciate you, my brother.
All right, you guys have a good night.
All right, you too,
You
man.
too.
Be easy.
All right, see ya.
Peace. Then there was two. What a dope situation.
Right?
Having J Shock with us, King, the homies. That's what's up, man.
It's been an amazing show.
All right. Listen, we're wrapping up at 11. I'm putting it out there.
Okay. Listen, I'll unplug. I'll unplug it all, babe.
Running through. We're gonna make it. We gonna make it. All right. So which one did we just read? Going forward, this cannot continue. Okay, so just kind of getting back to number 2, right? That's what we were just talking about. Going back to number 2, this cannot continue. It's the question is how do they make sure that doesn't happen?
That's the problem. When you're saying that something will no longer be taking place, I think you need to make the moves in order for that to be an accurate situation, right? You can't say you had brought something up before where it kind of conflate each other when they're saying, this is how we're doing things.
That we're okay with short-term loss.
Yes.
But like what's short-term? 2 months? Like what the fuck?
But that's the thing. Like if you're talking that you're okay with short-term loss, right? You're implying that you're gonna kind of write it out and figure it out as it goes. And when you're talking about writing it out and figuring it out, you can't say in the same breath, this cannot happen or will not happen.
Yeah, so definitively.
You understand? Exactly, because there has to be wiggle room to figure it out and to see, how you're going to make that happen. So if essentially, if you are aware, if you've been taking a hit and you know that you're right now, these decisions that you're making are going to give you more of a hit, you got it. In order to say what you just said with this cannot happen, then you have to have a layout or a plan that where you're going to go ahead and guaranteed that won't happen. You cannot force people to subscribe to Game Pass. You cannot force people to buy the games. Like there are so many variables that are out of their control that unless they have this already internally figured out, and obviously we don't know about it yet, and I think that's going to be the huge punchline in the next 100 days that we're going to see a lot of changes, man. And I really hope that it doesn't come down to studios and games. We don't know because we had talked about, you brought up how short were they for the like 500 mil?
The money?
Yes.
500 million.
500 million, right? In over 5 years, right?
So it's 100 million
a year. Yes. So when you think of that, this is part of the conversations we were having, because a lot of people felt that because a game didn't sell much over at PlayStation, then it wasn't worth it. And we kept saying, like, every dollar counts, right? Well, every dollar goes towards this decline that's been taking place. Now that these games are not going over there to make whatever they could make, then what is going to go ahead and put a Band-Aid or stitch up this situation? So I really hope that we don't see them pulling back on some of those creative games that, are not guaranteed to sell much. I hope that we don't, there are probably passion projects that are being made that we're going to go obviously straight to Game Pass, that I hope that they don't get plugged, right? Because that would really be unfortunate. Games like South of Midnight, games like Keeper, Kilm, which I said, we'll wait till we play it and see. I feel like it looks great, but I don't know, right? And I'm sure one achievement and that's it. Like, I've unlocked every achievement but one. And it's like I connected with the game and we've been rocking out. And it's like, it's one of those games that you didn't know. If you see the layout and they explain it to you, you're like, maybe not for me, until it's in Game Pass and you get your hands on it and the experience is freaking phenomenal. So I don't want them to lose that library and that variety that they've been feeding Game Pass for the debt or the
similar to what happened to PlayStation. And another thing, just to
so unfortunate,
like, just to be clear, we say they're at a 3% accountability, and when we talked about it, we said they lost that money. They didn't lose money.
Yeah.
They didn't make as much money.
Mm-hmm.
Those are two different things.
Yes. I mean, there's a bar, right? There's a goal.
Yes. So when they're, just to be clear, they lost $0. They're profitable, right? They're 3% profitable, but they're still profitable, right? Like, that's the margin, right? So they didn't lose any money, so they haven't been losing money every year, right? That's the part that I think gets twisted in this whole idea. They made $500 million more 5 years ago than they made this year. But they still made their money. You know what I'm saying? They still made profit.
They're making profit, but not to the standards. It's kind of like saying, Black Ops 6 sold, and it sold incredibly, and they took a hit on Black Ops 7. It's not that Black Ops 7 didn't sell, right? It's just that it didn't have exactly. It just didn't have that same fluidity when it comes to to the money that Black Ops 6 had. So again, they're not looking to take steps backwards, right? So if they can see where they could be, it's really difficult to not get to not want to be there again and then some, right? You're expecting that in business, you continue to move forward. And if you're taking a decline and then you're stuck there, right? It doesn't, it tells you that there's something that you're not doing that you need to do, or something that you're doing that you need to do differently.
Agreed. And I think that that's a real thing. And I wish, instead of just throwing this out there like a grenade and just saying, I said what I said and keep it moving.
Yes.
I wish she further broke down, like, what's the plan with that, right? Like,
I think,
because all I hear in my mind is layoffs, which is the rumor that has been literally coming out, layoffs and closures.
Yes.
That's the only way you can say 100% I have now made this much more money, because I'm not paying these people or paying for these studios or paying for these games. So it's layoffs, closures, game cancellation.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the three things. Now, maybe it's not, and that would be great. I feel like this is it's a scary letter. You know what I'm saying? Because it could go anywhere.
Absolutely. And I think that they're very aware. Obviously, they're not going into the details of what they're doing, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to find out soon enough. But it's just a layout so that when the things that are going to take place do take place, she'll be like, I told you so. Like, it was out there, not in details, right? But brace yourself.
I mean, I just hope what it really means is that they're going to go so hard in the paint with more games, better games.
Yes.
More frequent. I mean, look at Ninja Theory, right? They made that big investment in the technology to get Hellblade to a certain caliber.
Yes.
And now, just 2 years later, boom, Senua's, they showed us, and next year's coming out. So in 3 years, that's the cycle we used to be with games.
Yes.
Franchises used to come out every 3 years. And if we get into a cadence like that, where there 40 studios are releasing games every 3 years instead of every 5 or 6 years, that would be.
I have to agree. I remember just like waiting for Hellblade, and it was just the most amazing looking game that we just could not wait to get our hands on. And I like it was the first next like real true gen freaking game that we got in this generation. And because of it, look at how fast they can turn around and give us more. And the thing is that same foundation is what they're using. But when the foundation is steady and it's way ahead of everything else, you can turn around and go ahead and put out 2 games in the same generation, right? Without there being any ifs or buts about it, because it still looks better than a lot of the games that are out there right now.
And
so
Obsidian did it.
Yes.
Obsidian did it. Yeah, look, all I care about now is to make sure, and I'm hoping that none of these studios go away.
I agree, and it would obviously be unfortunate considering the fact that with the way that they've been moving, and you see the lineup. Last year, the lineup was crazy. 2026, the lineup is insane. We're already seeing the lineup for 2027, and the games that are like, 2027 sounds so far, but it's really right around the corner that we're gonna get. What we saw just this during this show, we saw like 4 big games are coming to Xbox next year. First party games that are highly anticipated.
I think
so
5 already.
5?
Spirals.
Yes. So, I just, and that was a surprise. We weren't expecting to see Spyro. So I think that hopefully we won't get to a point in which we're not seeing the same Xbox that we've gotten to. It took a long time to get to this point and to have this type of momentum. And I understand that the industry has, its fluctuations and its issues. So I really hope that they figure things out without affecting much of what they've worked so hard to achieve. And they've scooped up so many studios, and so many people are relying on their job right now that I hope that the layoffs aren't that brutal, right?
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, there's obviously it's just rumors, but the rumors have been true many times. So just hope that there's not too much that type of stuff. And specifically, I just really don't want to lose our games. I don't want to lose our devs who make our games. Like at the studios, I want them to stay safe. I don't want Xbox to start molding into a PlayStation that starts getting rid of the tons of studios they had because the games that they make are not
producing as much. Yeah.
Like they're supposed to be for us, not for the bank account, right?
Agreed.
We'll see, and I'm hopeful. But
I mean, tough decisions are coming, and tough decisions need to be made sometimes, and that's just it. But
yeah,
it could be unfortunate.
All right, let's go to number 4.
Yes.
So we can get going soon. Number 4, we expanded our studio system when we needed a pipeline of content to meet multiple strategies across subscription, streaming, and devices. In the process, we have found ourselves overextended as we executed on changing strategies in a landscape of more readily available content. We are the fortunate stewards of industry-defining franchises that have enormous potential and player demand, but we have not adequately funded them to compete and win. At the same time, as we saw this past weekend at Showcase, a reliable pipeline of first and third-party exclusives and new IP are critical to our success. We need to reassess the balance between these and our investment priorities for the next 5 years. So see, this is what I'm saying right here. This particular one. This sounds like we have huge IP.
Yes.
And we're not spending the money there because we're spending it where?
The smaller studios and IP.
So is she suggesting that we need to maybe drop some of this stuff,
some of the weight,
money on when we can be actually competing with our big shit? And it's like, Halo, right? How many years are you going to go without a Halo, right?
Yeah.
Halo has started to fade away because you don't see Halos
yes.
Right? It was Halo, Gears, and Forza, right?
They need to figure out how to go back to that that constant turnaround.
So check this out. Last year was a phenomenal year, right? For core gamers, last year was phenomenal.
Yes.
Avowed, Outer Worlds 2, right? Like there was so many games that came out last year that were phenomenal.
Agree.
But they weren't big IP.
No.
They weren't big IP. And what happens is, look at this year, right? This year is stacked with big IP.
Yes.
Halo, Gears, and Forza, right? The Trinity is coming out this year. They added Fable and then they dropped it and they pushed it to next year.
Yep.
So Halo, Gears, and Forza coming out in 1 year. We used to get one every year, right? Spaced so that every year you had that big IP that everybody knew as a North Star. And then you kind of filled in with all the other dope, amazing, high quality games you're putting out. But every year you gave people a reason to look forward to the thing that they knew they loved already.
Yeah.
Right. And, are they going to start trying to figure that out? Are they going to start being like, hey, Halo, we need a Halo every other year? Like,
I think they should. I mean, this is a tremendous year, right? 2026. Forza dropped, right?
Yes,
here comes Halo. Here comes Gear. You were just talking about Halo, Gears, and Forza, and it's like to get them all in one shot. That's insane, right? That's amazing. That's a great year. So are they going, if they space them out in rotation, right? I think maybe that'll be more beneficial. I did see, and it was kind of like, I wonder why they went ahead and obviously they're coming out soon, but I wonder why all in one shot they kind of bombarded everything, and they put out all the all the collector editions, which are absolutely stunning. But I saw a lot of people trying to pick and choose, like, man, I'm gonna get this one, but I really want that other one, but I don't think I can get it right now. And like, do I just, so they dropped the collector's edition for Halo, for Gears, for Fable. And it's like all at the same time. They didn't space them out in any way. Obviously, the console, it's coming out, the pre-orders are coming out later. But that has to be overwhelming when you're picking and choosing which one, right? Where these are games that I'm sure a lot of people will be happy getting every single collector's edition. And we're talking about also a year when we have Grand Theft Auto coming out. And I'm sure that's going to have its own situation. So.
Well, I think it's hearing them talk about where they're spending their money is a little disheartening right after Showcase coming out and them being like, hey, we're making these games exclusive.
Yes. And it may be because it all kind of ties together, and these were the decisions that they needed to close out on. Okay, so Asha said the plan is the plan until it's not, right? And I think the tough decision of going ahead and pulling some games that were going to other platforms and not just committing to that, but also coming out here and saying, okay, this is not going to be it. We hear you. And moving forward, right, we're going to continue to bring more exclusives. And, this is kind of going to get reeled in. What is the other side of the coin to that, right? So there has to be, if you're looking at a decline in the money, the income, and you're trying to patch that up, and that decline potentially was, the way that Phil and Sarah were trying to go ahead and fix that and patch that up by going ahead and putting the games on other platforms, and Matt, right? So if that was the fix for it, and now it's no longer the fix because people are upset about exclusivity, what are you going to do moving forward to fix that? I think that's where the questioning and the problems come in.
Yeah.
I also think that obviously they're spending a lot of money, and they're going to figure out how to spend less to produce these games and to, potentially like in-source things a bit more. But that's not going to necessarily be the fastest fix to the situation. So if we're looking at the next 100 days, yes, you can potentially go ahead and make moves that will lead to that situation, but those moves are not going to affect you right away, right? That's in due time. And I'm sure they want to do something that turns around a little faster than that.
Agreed. I'm hopeful. Listen, I'm hopeful that they're not going to do anything crazy. I think that, it's difficult to hear them say we're okay with understanding we're going to do some short-term loss and then hear them talk about this. So, I mean, we'll see what it is, but we'll find out. That's number 4. Somebody put in the chat that July 1st is the next fiscal year. So we're gonna know within the next 2 weeks what this actually shakes out to be.
Oh, yes.
Gonna make whatever cuts they need to make before the next fiscal year starts. So all right, and then number 5. Our current platform infrastructure is not built for the battle ahead. Our systems are overly complex, spanning hundreds of dependencies, which hinders our ability to move fast. We've become too reliant on vendors to operate our systems and must become more self-reliant as an engineering culture to build for the future. We must increase the value we ship to players. I love that. While decreasing the time it takes to do so. Okay, good. Going forward, we'll evolve and rebuild our stack and look at capabilities across all of Xbox. This is the fun one, and potential M&A to help us win in hardware, PC, mobile, and streaming. Okay, hold on. Wait. I didn't read. I don't think I read this fully when I first was thinking about this. She's looking to buy to win in hardware, PC, mobile, and streaming. These are 4 different categories that are going to require 4 different purchases.
Yep.
You understand that?
Absolutely.
This is not a she's looking to buy. So earlier I had a discussion, and in my mind, when she said this, M&A, like she wants to buy, right? And if she wants to win in PC, there's only one.
Yep. Only one
person you can buy.
Yep.
To win in PC. There's only one. That's it. There's no one else. If you bought anyone else, you would still be losing. And the only way to win in PC, immediate, definitive victory, flawless. There's no more discussion. Xbox now is in fact PC and owns PC. You buy Valve.
Absolutely.
You buy Valve, you get Steam. You get Steam, you own PC. Every game you release is already going over there, but now you get the full amount. And the biggest one, well, I say two big things. One, you get Game Pass now on Steam. So if you want to collect your games on Steam, that's where it is. We talked about it earlier. Their values are like $12 billion. Xbox paid $70 billion for Activision Blizzard.
ABK.
Chump change for them. It's a private company, so they can buy the company. They're not going to get rid of the company. They're not going to go ahead and be like, hey, this is now Xbox Steam.
No, they should not.
No,
yeah, obviously they should not. It's something. It's a what's the saying? It's a working machine, right? Yeah. So you don't mess with it.
And they can go ahead and bring Game Pass over there, which is the biggest thing. So Game Pass will now be available over there, which would make it viable to Steam users. The only reason Steam users don't have Game Pass is because they don't want to play their game on the Windows Store. They want to play it on Steam. That's where they want to play. So if they do that, that's done. There's literally nothing else they can buy in PC that would help them win. That's it. Now, hardware, mobile, and streaming, that's crazy. Hardware, what if this whole time they've been buddying up with Asus to go ahead and maybe pull that trigger and maybe buy a hardware company? Because Microsoft is a software company. Facts.
To make money, you need to spend money, right?
Well,
they have the money to spend. I get it. Then, and like you said before, yes, they're not losing money. They're just not making as much. And you obviously don't want to backpedal, but they're not hurting. So I'm sure there would be absolutely no issue going out there and having a little fun shopping, which in the long term, it would equate to,
so
what they want, right? The goal.
I'm trying to think of mobile. What can they buy to get more from mobile? There's 2 people who have a pretty big stake in mobile.
Okay.
Outside of Microsoft.
Yeah.
That's Sega, who owns Rovio, who make Angry Birds. And there's Take-Two.
Ooh.
Who own Zynga, which is your like Farmville and all that other all those other games.
I mean, we've been talking about Sega for like forever, right? Just scoop them up. We've been saying
Persona 6.
Yes,
it's Game Pass before no one has ever seen this game.
I mean, if you want to follow the trail, right? And then we're also getting Persona 4 in Game Pass as well.
Yeah, all the
February 2027, right? So man,
that's a possibility.
It smells like it.
That's a possibility. Now streaming, I don't know what that would. I don't know who owns streaming shit. I don't know. Internet company? Like, what's happening here? I don't know who you're talking about. So I don't know, but I saw somebody bring it up, and I brought it up earlier. But Noel is spot on too because well, he's saying it for a different reason. He's saying maybe Epic, because they have Epic Game Store. Epic Game Store is doo-doo. It makes nothing. They lose money on Epic Game Stores for the most part.
I would love for them to buy Epic because of Fortnite. And then we also, if we're paying attention, they also have Fortnite crews in Game Pass now, right?
Yeah.
So but I'm not sure. Fortnite, this is the problem. Like, yes, Fortnite has a huge audience. Obviously, the engagement, they've tried to find ways to up that because now they're kind of locking characters that you really want, and instead of that easy buy, you have to hit level 85 because you can before you can even get in there. So they are figuring new ways, and they do have a lot, but they do spend a lot of money. So it's a bit of a situation. I wouldn't be mad at it, and I would be like, oh well, that makes sense because of what they did with Game Pass. But
so the buy for Epic is Unreal Engine.
True.
So again, she's talking about bringing the engineering in-house, right? Relying on outside stuff. Well, although they have the masters of Unreal Engine at Coalition, they're not the creators. They're not the people who make the things that happen in there. So, owning Unreal Engine would eliminate all your license fees, right?
Yes.
So you own your own destiny there. You have the engine that everybody wants to use. So you're making money there too. I think they make sense for that aspect of it. I feel like she went to Satya and said, listen, you gave Phil $100 billion to make a difference.
What am I getting?
She wants that
100%, and she should. Listen, you want to talk fair? She should. I mean, there has to be, first of all, and she's moving very quickly. But there has to be time. There has to be that wiggle room. And yes, she has to be able to go out there and spend the money to make the changes that she wants to make and that Xbox needs.
So this is the thing. If she does one acquisition, it cannot happen again is handled. And that's Valve.
Yep.
If you buy Steam, if you buy Valve, you get Steam, your $500 million goes away.
Yep.
That deficit is gone and you now are caking. Okay. So yeah, it's exciting. I feel like all of these different things are like individual problems, but like the solutions stack between them.
Agree.
Where that's why she ended with 5. Because I feel like
it kind of answers the rest, right?
To finish the problem.
I think it answers the rest. So when you hit 5, if we're paying attention, it kind of tells you exactly what she needs to do to go ahead and fix the issues. And again, listen, transparency is huge. Like she's being very clear about the situation that's taking place, so it kind of doesn't catch anybody off guard because she's telling you what the issues are that she's gonna go and fix. So just be ready.
Agreed. All right, let's finish this up by saying for some of you, these realities will be surprising and even frustrating to discover.
Oh, wow.
We won't succeed by hiding hard truths.
Agree.
Nor will we succeed by doing the same thing and expecting different results.
I love that.
Like the everyday wins mentality from the first 100 days, we will sprint to make progress against hardware, content, experience, and services together. Bro, she's doing this now.
Yes.
Now. This is happening now. She is not waiting.
She doesn't F around. And that aura that you guys were talking about, I saw it just in the pictures, right? And then, when she took the stage. And the thing is that she is not waiting to see. She's not saying, well, we did this one thing and we're going to hold off to do the next once this all settles in. She's here for results. Right? She's a doer. We saw her resume right off the get-go, like when she went ahead and she stepped in. We said it right away. I feel like she's the backbone that Xbox has been needing.
Big facts.
So she's gonna have some tough decisions, and I do appreciate, which not a lot of people do. I appreciate the forwardness. Hit me with it. Don't hide things that then we find out, oh, this is why that took place.
Yep.
No. I'd rather know right away what's happening and what's taking place, so it doesn't catch you off guard. But like even the thing with the logos, like, yeah, if it's there, it's there. Let us know.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Transparency is a big deal, and a lot of people don't appreciate it or they can't handle it.
Yeah, I'm definitely digging her style of movement where she let's just get this shit done.
Yep.
Right. And honestly, I love the fact that she's gonna throw some money around. Let's handle this. Let's be who we are, right? We're the biggest. Let's show and act like we're the biggest. I feel it. Then she continues, Xbox is one of the few places where people come not just to play, but to connect with others to create memories. With console at the center of how our showcase experiences are defined, Windows as one of the largest gaming platforms in the world, and incredible games under our roof as one of the largest publishers in the world, we have the foundation in place. Let's reset for a stronger Xbox and build the #1 gaming and entertainment company. Asha and Matt.
I mean,
That was
it ended very powerful. Very powerful. Again, my only concern, the smaller games, the smaller studios.
Yeah, she has to see the value in that.
She has to see the value in that. I think, again, Phil had been there forever, and there was obviously a certain attachment to certain things. And I think coming in without that baggage, it makes it a lot easier to see from an outside and kind of make those decisions and say, this is what has to go, this is what needs to stop. And but it's again, it took a really long time to get to this place. Obviously Xbox has a lot more studios than PlayStation does, right? They make a lot more games. But and I'm not suggesting that this is the direction that Xbox will be taking. But I do remember how PlayStation started shaving off the games that didn't make as much money. And they went ahead into a rabbit hole where they completely lost their identity. And I'm actually, for a long time, I'm actually really excited for PlayStation because of what we've seen in these last, couple of weeks, right? So I feel like there is hope for them to go ahead and start crawling out and heading in the right direction.
Well, they're making games that a couple games that we're excited about.
Exactly.
Which
and that's all any gamer would want, right?
That's the thing.
That's the goal.
It's just whether they can repeat that, right? So like the one is Laffy, right? That's the first time I've been looking at a game that they're making. I don't care about the God of War aspect of it, the visuals, right?
Yes.
It looks really good. It like that type of stuff makes me feel like they're actually finally deciding to show up to this generation. So we will see, man. We will see what they do. But
11, 10. I had to pull the plug on you, babe.
No, I'm done. I'm the one who's trying to finish. I got this over here closed up. But yes, we will see. We will see. I think I do want to shout out over here. You got the homie. Where he go? Oh, did I pass him? No way. Hold on. Where did it go? Oh, right there. Shout out to homie Prestigious. Says, hey, what's up, CMoney? It was cool meeting you at Summer Game Fest and talking. I'm the guy with the Darth Vader graphic t-shirt. I remember that name, Prestigious. Thank you for... I told you to come into the chat and then say it. So
thank you for stopping by.
So I met him at the actual Summer Games Fest show.
Oh, nice.
At the live show afterwards. Yeah,
beautiful.
Cool dude, man. Cool dude. Thank you for coming up with me and chatting with me, brother. Appreciate you, and thank you for stopping by here, man. And thank you for coming to rock out.
That means a lot, bro.
Yeah, man, absolutely. You got the homie Future Generation says, listen, Asha is a ferocious beast and unpredictable that jokers are not ready for.
Yes.
Take no prisoners movement attitude. Let me find out she is the female version of Peter Moore. I mean, maybe. She is very adamant on making things happen. She doesn't seem like she's looking to be a rest on their laurels and see how things play out. She wants to make the change, not wait for the change. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, listen, I'm all for it. I have some fear. I'm a little afraid of what some of this might equal out, but we'll see. We'll see. I honestly do believe in Asha with the way she moves, the way she handles herself, and the way she's been handling the stuff with the community. Whether I agree with the things or not doesn't matter. It's the fact that she's trying to listen, right?
Yep.
She's trying to implement and listen, and
you said something really powerful. I think a lot of people that had been suggesting about exclusivity, instead of understanding that she hears you and she made these changes because of the outrage that had been taking place out there, they want to pretend as if they were just these amazing business people that somehow enlighten Asha was something that she never thought about before, right?
Yeah.
And I think she's very capable of making these decisions on her own without you guys highlighting that for her.
Yeah.
And she went ahead and she listened and said, okay, well, exclusivity means something to you guys, to whoever was out there complaining about it. And so she went ahead and did that. The same thing with the prices for Game Pass, right? Yes, they took out Call of Duty coming a year later. But people were out there complaining about the prices. We weren't affected by it because of Fortnite, but people were out there complaining, and she changed that too.
Agreed. Well, look, we're gonna see what happens. This was a great show, man. We had the homie King, we had the homie J Shock Black.
Yes,
we talked some of the showcase, and we talked about this letter. Hopefully, this letter is just something that is a blueprint of what they're going to be tackling, and hopefully, we all come out of this on the other side with a bigger and stronger, better Xbox with more games for us, better games for us, better games in Game Pass. Like that's what matters to me. So thank you all for coming to rock out.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate everybody who came through. Thank you everybody who super chatted, everybody who gifted subs. You guys are awesome. And of course, we will be back next week on Tuesday with a podcast. I will be back tomorrow with We Doing It Live. So come rock out tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. And we will go ahead and play some games. We got a lot of games to play. We're gonna play some Onimusha. There's a bunch of games actually that I have to kind of sort out, but it's gonna be a fun night. So come through and hang out for sure. And it's gonna be chill. JD Gamer with that $2. Appreciate you, dude. Says Asha the Empress, all she do is win. Yeah, I don't see her losing. Like, I wouldn't bet against her.
No, I would not. I would not. I think her mentality, her drive, you see it.
Agreed.
She carries it. So I think, things that would have taken, maybe our boy Phil a little longer and more thinking and more conversation, and back and forth. It's are easy decisions for her.
Facts. I agree 100%. Shout out to Jamal. Says, shout out to you, bro. Good meeting you too. Yes,
Shout out to
it
Jamal.
was good meeting you, Jamal. Yeah, he was with P Lump. He was that's where he was. And then yeah, he's dope, man. Jamal, you're the man, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming through and saying hi, man. We got Curry Cosmos in the
Curry,
building.
what's up, love?
Says, oh right, I forgot to mention on the 9th, I finally resubbed to Game Pass Ultimate.
Oh wow.
Prior, I was enjoying Game Pass Starter due to my Nitro sub. It's still a bit too pricey in Canada. Look at that. Welcome back.
Welcome back. That's so dope, man.
Get it in. Play.
That's cool.
Oh, I see Becca in the building.
Enjoy. Becca, what's up, baby?
Got Pal Xbox for Life. What's up, homie?
Fam Jam, what's up?
Space Shot, what's up, man? Noel in the building. What's going on, homie? Ray Chi, Gen X Gamer, what's going on, guys? Yeah, man. This was cool, man. So we'll be here tomorrow night. We doing it live. We got some games to play. We're gonna have a good time. And then next Tuesday is Night Quest, and we're gonna have a special guest joining us. It's a homie that I met out in LA, and he has a channel as well. Well, it's gonna be a surprise. I mean, I want him to be here and we can introduce him and do all that stuff. But yeah, he's gonna come through Tuesday night. It's gonna be a fun time, man. Make sure you're here in the building. Make sure you're here tomorrow night for We Doing It Live. Make sure we're here next time. And then listen, guys, keep an eye out. There's coverage coming. All the stuff is going to be coming from all the content that I got from the show. Now, I will say, just to preface it, it is a lot more work this time, because a lot of the stuff that I saw was behind closed doors. So there wasn't a video that I was just taking that I can now just throw up, right? So I got a lot more to do. I got to get B-roll. I got to, write some stuff and do a whole thing. Basically these are going to be like previews now instead of just, my event, so
which was also a lot of, time consuming, a lot of work that went into it, but now it's just that much more. But I did check out, if you guys want to go ahead and check it out, your interview for Grounded too, and their upcoming update. I really, really enjoyed it. So
thank you. Yeah, I got you, Paper Sack. You're in now. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, we did an awesome interview with Grounded, with the Grounded 2 guys. They were very, very cool. We might have some cool announcements to make on that at some point. Also put up our interview with the homies at Bethesda, and we had a great interview about Fallout 76 and their new infestations update and the future of that, the next gen upgrade. They're finally bringing next gen update graphically to the current gen consoles. So there's a lot of stuff that are that's cooking. So those are out already. Please, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Go leave a comment, go like it, and use that hype button.
Yes.
Right? You can hype up to 3 things a week. So throw one our way, man. We really appreciate it. Just to help these things circulate and get out there. But yeah, man. Outside of that, we're gonna go ahead and end the show the way we end every single show. Doodle.
Yes.
We're done.
We are.
Until wait, make sure you go back and watch anime, our new show, On Point Nerd Nights, Anime After Dark. That dropped on Wednesday. Okay. So go back, watch that, support our new show, support the homies that are out there. All right.
Yes.
Until
Excellent
next
show.
time.
You're intruding.
You're intruding.